benefits and help preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Good morning, Fan Run Nation. Happy Friday, people. We have made it through another week. As we wind down a pretty hectic week, we'll revisit Vols football. Another scrimmage on tap happening as we speak, and presumably an official decision by Josh Heupel on who our QB1 will be in 2 weeks down in Atlanta. We'll talk about that. We'll also try our best to avert going down the Adidas rabbit hole. Although, I don't know if y'all have seen those Texas Tech alternate football unis that dropped yesterday. Elite. Moving on to hour two, we'll talk some Vols with our new show friend, Reed Carringer of Football Time in Tennessee fame. We'll also introduce the Associated Press's college football all-time All-American team. Any Vols make that squad? We'll discuss. NFL win-loss projections for all the teams. Who are the biggest power couples in sports and entertainment? And also a little end-of-week in or out on tap. It's all headed your way on another TGI Friday edition of Under Review. Let's get it started right now.
From the studios of Fox Sports Knoxville, it's time for Under Review with Bob Baskerville on Fan Run Radio.
Welcome. It is Friday, people. End of another week. Weekend coming our way tomorrow. Better yet, only 15 days till football time in Tennessee, 8 days until week 0, 20 days until regular season NFL football. By the way, this is the last Friday we'll be talking before we have a college football weekend. It's happening, man. It's happening. And we are here to talk about it. We're getting excited. Hope you are too. Let's go for a ride. We are coming to you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios of Fan Run Radio. This is Under Review. I'm your host, Bob Baskerville, joined as always by Sam Beard. Got Brett Hollander and Jake Jenkins back in the production booth, keeping us on point. And you, the listener, we always appreciate you spending time with us, no matter how you choose to do that, whether it's on the radio dial, AM 1340, FM 105.7. Maybe you're streaming us live. We're in a digital era, folks. We're making that transition. We're there too. FanRunRadio.com. You can stream us live on your desktop or laptop. You can stream us live on your mobile device using the free Fan Run mobile app. You can also watch us on video. If you can see us right now, that means you're on either Fan Run TV on our YouTube channel, or you're checking us out on X. Maybe you podcast us later. You can watch us on video later. Time shift us. It doesn't matter. However you choose to support the brand in this on-demand world, we get it and we appreciate it. You can also be a part of the program on a live basis. You can call or text at area code 865-966 3435. That's 966-3435. You can also hit us up on X, communicate with us there. Like I said, you can watch us there, but you can also interact with us there at Fox Sports Knox. By the way, that Fan Run TV channel, we want you to like and subscribe. You can also interact with us there. There's a whole chat line. It's been getting going the last couple of days, and we do appreciate it. It's fun. All right, boys. Like I said, the last Friday before a college football weekend. It's crazy. I can't wait, though. Can't wait. And we got some things to talk about today. Got a pretty interesting game plan for our show for next week, by the way, and I'll share that with you guys in a few minutes. But before we get to all of that, let's say hello to the gang. Sam, happy Friday, buddy. How are you?
Happy Friday. Doing good. Hard not to be good after that intro. Really putting it into perspective how close we are to getting some football on our television screen here pretty soon. Blue skies. Good morning. Feels good. But yeah, I mean, I'm just I'm ready for a little bit more of a taste of some football. Watch a little bit more NFL, I guess, this weekend. You got some more preseason action rolling along. So I'll see, we'll get a little bit more of our NFL action. You were saying before the show that you feel something coming. Talking to Bubba with the Colts this weekend. I'm hoping we get a little bit better taste of Cam Ward and everything that's going down. But yeah, I mean, I'm just ready to continue winding that clock down towards football season. I'm starting to just get antsy at this point, but it's feeling nice.
Friday night with Cam Ward, right? He's playing tonight.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love it. Brett.
Yes, sir.
How are you, my man?
Good. Still reeling off that big women's victory last night. I watched every kick of that game. It was pretty epic. Pretty gutsy performance from the Lady Vols. So shout out to them today and all that. So I watched that, and I watched some of the high school football. Actually, that Buford High School Stadium is something else. I mean, that's goodness gracious, what $70 million they put into that thing, and there's just D1 talent all over the field, and just found myself that's where I am in this football state I'm in right now. It was good to just the new ESPN little thing on the bottom and all. So it's like you said, it's close. I'm even thinking about going to catch some of the Jamboree over at Farragut High School tonight. So yeah, just excited. It's really close. So we keep saying it, but it's true.
Yeah, I did not realize somehow, because I did watch some TV last night, but I did not realize that that ESPN had that high school football game on, because I probably would have checked some of it out.
Yeah.
Scoreboard was nice.
Yeah,
Scoreboard looked good.
So it's a different scorebug now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to check it out. And then I forgot, of course, I'm recording it, so it's fine. I'll catch it later. But so they premiered The Kingdom last night, right? The Chiefs documentary.
I did not watch that.
I only watched the last 15 minutes because that's when I figured it out. They ran 2 episodes in a row, apparently, and I'll check them out maybe over the weekend. But watched the last 15-ish minutes of the second episode. I got to say, it was pretty good because I keep saying, all we're going to hear about is Patrick Mahomes, Jason, Travis Kelce, and all this other stuff. They did a focus in that last 15 to 20 minutes I watched on the Kareem Hunt story. And it's pretty cool just seeing his level of gratitude and everything else, because he obviously was in pretty deep trouble at one point. But and you kind of forget, I mean, he made some significant plays for that team last year too. They were showing the overtime game against Tampa Bay where he scores the winning touchdown. And so as much as I gave myself the collective eye roll when they said they were going to be rolling this out, I'll watch. I get sucked into this stuff. I did watch the final episode, so now I'm done, of Any Given Saturday, SEC football.
Final grade
For the whole thing, I'd give it a very, very, very solid B, maybe almost a B plus. Like I said, it looks great. Got a little tired of keep coming back to, Diego Pavia and Clark Lee and Shane Beamer, and they did a lot of that again in the 7th episode. Saw Trey Wallace like he was on camera. I think he was talking to the guys from Southeastern 16, and they lifted some of that to add to the narrative of the episode. It's nice seeing Josh Heupel. You may have seen this or heard this by now, but him in the locker room dropping an F-bomb and saying, let's go dominate their ass. It was like, that's okay, man. There we go. That's
our guy.
That's a football coach right there. I wonder if he saw that and was like, come on, man, why'd you guys put that in? It's like
he's just awkward with the media.
Yeah. It's like he was great. I mean, they showed him doing vol calls, which was a little ironic given that vol calls is now going away. But and you see him interacting with some of the fans, and he's okay, but you can tell again he just doesn't dig this stuff at all, But man, it brought back all the feels. The Vandy, the beginning of the Vandy game. Let me just ask.
I don't know if that's the feels I want to be feeling.
No, that's what I was just going to say. The beginning of the Vandy game, because we all knew it going into that game, right? It was like, hey, man, you win, you're in. Very simple. You lose, you're going to leave it to the selection committee, and you are more than likely out. And Vandy jumps on him. I remember now, because I ended up rewatching it. I was flying in from our Thanksgiving holiday, and so we were in the air when the game started. We landed at about, I don't know, whatever time, 12:20, 12:30. And then my phone, I turn it on and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
It was, 14-0. And I mean, and it made me appreciate Dante Thornton.
Doing it hurt.
Huh?
Doing it hurt.
Yeah. Had that 86-yard hookup with Nico. Or number 8, as I call him now. I don't call him by his name anymore.
He doesn't have a name, too.
Just number 8. That's it. Yeah, and then they had to take it a step further and show the playoff game against Ohio State. Didn't love that. And then last thing I'll say is we finally got it. We finally got it in the final episode, and that was Shane Beamer crying. He got a little misty, like he always does.
After their bowl game or what?
After they beat Clemson.
Okay.
I'm just
so a happy cry.
Yeah, I'm just so happy for these guys, man. Struggling to talk and
all the emotions coming at him.
Well, they come at him all the time. Hate to see that guy watching a movie that's got any dramatic stuff in it. I mean, he's super emotional. And the last thing I'll say, because I know you guys are still watching it, Diego Pavia and Clark Lee annoying me. Clark Lee is in there telling his team, and I understand you got to fire your team up, but he's doing the whole, we're going to beat the blank out of Tennessee. This is what we're going to do. Y'all with me? We're doing this, and I get it. They want to have a winning season. They want to beat their in-state rival. They want to disrupt Tennessee's playoff run. I get it all, but I'd say that ended up being more annoying to me than Shane Beamer in this one, seeing so much Shane Beamer. I was more annoyed with Vandy, because, Pavia said something else like, hey man, that's who we are. We're going to blank and beat their ass.
This is his state, Bob.
Yeah, it is. It's
his state.
He needs to go down hard this season. He's done a heel turn for me. It's like went from the underdog I loved and cheered for to I want him to die. Well, maybe not die, but have a tough season.
Jake Crane's show had a funny, I want to try and get it right here, but they were kind of talking about, excuse me. They were kind of talking about Pavia, and I think they were, goodness,
you're all right.
I think they were relating him to like a terrorist, basically saying that like last year you got, you kind of snuck up on everyone and you had a sneak attack, but now everyone knows what you're going to be doing this year. So they're going to be looking for it. And nobody's going to be, you're going to be crossing your T's and dotting your I's, I guess, whenever Vandy comes to play.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. I think so. But it's a worthwhile watch. I know some haven't finished it yet and it's a busy time, but it gets you fired up for football for sure. Again, there's a couple moments throughout the series that I'd rather not have relived. Arkansas, Ohio State, but it's still good. It's well done. And like I said, fires you up. Let's go. Got unfinished business now.
About that time.
Yeah, I would say so. Jake, you doing all right? You had a couple more days off. You have been a total bum this week.
I know. I've been ditching y'all, but no, I'm good. Last full week of summer vacation for me. School starts Thursday, so just get ready for that
Yeah.
slowly and surely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're still going to be joining us. Well, next week you'll still be with us Monday through Wednesday, but after that's Wednesdays and Fridays.
Wednesdays and Fridays. So
Kids got to go to school, man.
I know.
What are you going to do?
Nothing worse than that last week.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's kind of that way for the parents too, to be honest with you. Because it means, well, not so much now once you're in college, but just the getting up part, we're struggling with it these first few days back. Like, oh man, here we go again. Running it back one last time though for us, so we can stick it out for one more year. Oh God, Brett, I had this on my list.
What's that?
Well, I got to find it now, so you got to bear with me.
Oh, you're good.
It's a Premier League trivia question
Oh, goodness.
for you because the Premier League kicks off this weekend, right?
Today.
Yeah,
they have Liverpool and Bournemouth, I believe. So Liverpool, the reigning champs, so they get stuff started today.
All right. Well, bear with me because I saw this yesterday and thought of you, and then I was like, we didn't really have time yesterday to do it. Let's see. Everybody's loving this. Hey, what are they doing?
I had some Premier League trivia pulled up, but I don't have it right now.
Exactly. Oh, well. We'll get to it, I promise you. Got an interesting show to talk about today. Again, the boys, as we speak, are scrimmaging. No cameras in there, but I'm assuming we'll be hearing the media is all over it in terms of what happens post-scrimmage with Josh and the boys, so I'm sure we'll hear some stuff. I think the bigger question is going to be, again, by all accounts, Pete Nakos is saying it. We've been saying it for a while, all the way back to when we were talking to Chris Lowe a couple of weeks ago. It just felt like Joey Aguilar is the guy, and by all accounts, he is the guy. Sounds like after last Saturday's scrimmage, there was a lot of contention that he is the guy. Let's just say it. Let's just get it out there because we are just a smidge over 2 weeks away from taking the field. So, and I believe they start their game week prep here pretty soon. I mean, I think they might even start it before game week, the actual game week. So we'll talk about that. We have Reed Carringer joining us in hour 2, kind of get his take on things. All things Vol. Football, basketball, Adidas, all that stuff. Got a few lists to talk through because we are kind of in the final wind down. There's still a little bit of content we need to fill the holes with. Play a little in or out in hour 3. We got that going on too. But then next week, little programming note for under review. Next week, Sam, we're going to go to what I call two-a-days next week.
Tua's coming on the show?
That's good. That was good. That's almost like dad joke level stuff there. No, we're going to dig in on the SEC. We did our 30,000-foot view of the SEC like weeks ago. What we're going to do next week is we are going to kind of drill down with all 8 of Tennessee's conference opponents. Okay. Well, we'll see how the week goes. There's going to be a few towards the end of the week. We may not have enough time, but those will be the teams that we're not too concerned about. Mm-hmm. But we'll try to get them all, including interviews with people who cover the beat for those respective schools. We already have Georgia's on tap for Monday, and we've got Jordan Hill from the 247 affiliate in Athens. He's coming on the show. And we'll talk a lot about Tennessee, I would assume, on Monday with Shump because of coming off the heels of this weekend, the scrimmage, what have you. So, and then we'll each day, we're going to be doing a couple schools that are on our schedule because want to learn about them, some more than others, of course, just see kind of where they're at in their fall camps. And then as the season goes on, of course, we'll probably get to know them a little bit better with each week when we identify a single opponent. But 2-a-days next week, which means we will have a very full week of content for you next week. And then you come back after that, buddy, it's game week. Game week. We'll get that going. And of course, we'll likely talk with someone who's on the Syracuse beat, try to learn what's going on about them. Because all I know is Fran Brown's a pretty good coach. They had a pretty good year last year. They've lost a lot of guys. Steve Angeli's the quarterback from Notre Dame. But what's that really mean? Well, I know we're 14-plus point favorites too. So should we be laying some wood on that number, or should we not? We'll try to learn more that week from somebody on the Syracuse beat. So we got a lot coming up. We'll wind down this week, though, with today's show. Talk about some things, have a little fun. Topic A, when we return, is Tennessee football. Again, maybe talk a little bit about, we are digging. Let's just call it what it is. Everybody is. Rocky Top Insider put together aggregate routes on air numbers for all the quarterbacks. That's where we are.
This will decide it.
This is going to be it. I mean, you look at this and it'll be totally conclusive on what we're going to do at quarterback. We'll talk about that and more when we return, though. Stick around. It's under review on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by Pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Look out, East Tennessee. It's The Chase, right here on Fan Run Radio and Fox Sports Knoxville. Join me, Tennessee sports renaissance man Chase Thomas, and the biggest rising stars in Tennessee sports media like Ryan Shumpert, Ethan Stone, Ryan Sylvia, Caleb Jarreau, William Pattison, and so many more folks every weekday from 1 to 3 p.m. on WKGN's newest show, where we talk all things Tennessee Vols and always take your calls.
Citizens National Bank. We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the C&B Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at C&B has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Before we hit topic A for this Friday, I found it. Heard me fuddling around trying to find this trivia question I had for Brett. I want to get it out there. He's a Premier League fan. He's a soccer fan. He's a soccer player.
It's a historical question. I have not been following it that long, so we'll see what this is.
It's kind of recent history.
Okay. We'll see if I can manage.
So here it is.
It's just a question?
It is one question.
Okay.
One question, but it's not a single answer. You're going to have to give me a number.
I get it wrong. I can't talk the rest of the show, right?
Yeah. Which means we're going to try this kind of thing every single show.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. With the Premier League season kicking off this weekend, as you said, it's kicking off today.
Yep.
Can you name every club that has won a league title in this century, in the 2000s?
In the 2000s?
Yeah. And if you want a hint already, or
I mean, I could name a few of the teams. I don't think I could name all of them because I mean,
I'll give you the number.
Okay.
There's 6 teams.
6 teams. Okay. Manchester City.
That's 1.
Manchester United.
2.
Chelsea.
3.
Liverpool.
4. Doing pretty good, man. You've already gotten the 3 with the most titles.
Yeah. Now this is where it kind of gets tricky. Arsenal.
Yes. Just one more.
See, those are the top teams kind of in the league. I'll say Aston Villa.
No.
Just go ahead and give it to me. I failed.
So Man U and Manchester City both have 8 titles each.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea has 5. Arsenal 2. Liverpool 2.
I was probably gonna be mad if I don't.
And this one, I always mess up the pronunciation, but is it Leicester or Leicester?
Oh,
Leicester?
yeah.
Leicester?
I should have got that one. That was a historic one.
Leicester City won.
Yeah, Leicester City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an historic one. They came from the bottom and surprised everybody when they won that year.
Yeah. So there
Probably
you
one
go.
of the biggest upsets in sports history, honestly, them winning it.
I think I remember seeing that. I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing all the headlines about it and everything.
Yeah, it was
a pretty big deal.
Yeah, huge deal over there for sure.
So you're jacked up. Will you be
Oh, yeah.
watching this weekend?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited for it, no doubt. Especially considering football's just not here yet, and so this is perfect. Couldn't be timed any better, honestly.
I remember when I first started doing this gig, it was with Sam and with John Reed when we were doing the morning show. That's 20 months ago. It's been a while. I made a New Year's resolution at the beginning of that year because of the new gig. And I was like, the one sport I got to learn more about and get more interest in is like soccer, football.
Right.
We're still searching.
Yeah, I never got going. That sounded awesome. Like I remember there was a listener going, yeah, that's great, man. We'd love that. We'd love to talk about it from time to time. I was like, well, mark it down. I'm in, and then never did.
This is a big year just for a lot of different reasons going into a World Cup year next year and things like that. So it's important for a lot of these guys. And people ask me, people bet on it. I'll get DMs and stuff like that. People asking me my thoughts on certain things, and it's hard to predict a soccer game, honestly, but it's I'm excited it's here. So
yeah. Quick shout out to a couple of listeners hopping on the chat on Fan Run TV. B.S. Osborne saying good morning to the Under Review team and my fellow Vol fans. GBO. Shane says, hope all's well this morning. 15 more days, y'all. Let's go. We're all feeling it, right?
Jim Bob Cooter days away.
That's it.
Can't believe they give Jim Bob Cooter.
Was there another 15 that was a receiver? I'm trying to think.
There's a lot. Kelly Washington.
Was Marcus Nash?
Juwan Jennings, probably.
Carl Pickens was 15.
Was Nash 15?
He was 12.
12.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Sam? I'm sorry.
I said Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
Brew McCoy was for a year.
Yeah.
We also had Jansen Jackson wear it.
By the way,
all elite guys.
By the way, some Brew McCoy in that any given Saturday.
He's in there.
Love Brew, man. Just what a just sharp kid. I mean, that guy gave his all, I'd say, for Tennessee. You could just tell they they were showing some of the highlights of him too, like, trucking people when he was at his peak and everything else. So not bad at all. Let's jump over to the phone lines before we get going, talking about the really compelling metric that's going to tell us who our QB1 is. Right. Let's jump over to the phone lines. We got Matthew on the line. Matthew, what's going on, man?
I was just calling in early to tell you, Bob, I will see you at the Duke Tennessee game. I will be in attendance. Just got my tickets this morning.
Good man. Sam's scurrying a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get myself a ticket right now, Matthew.
Mike Wilson just said they were sold out. Just put on that.
I mean, it always says that.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can find something.
You'll be able to find something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate. I was able to, being a season ticket holder, I was able to get to mine like right when they announced it. So
will Southwest be fine then, Matthew? They just opened that Dallas thing, right?
Southwest, an assigned seat, all
Wow.
missing is a little caviar.
That'll be awesome.
When does that start? When does that Southwest thing
March.
start? Okay.
But you can still fly direct, right, from like on American or whatever, correct?
Yeah, you can still do that. In fact, I'll be there. I'll be there in September for the Georgia game. We'll fly right into Tyson. So it's a great offer. I mean, I was a little. I don't know if it's a lazy or an awesome deal, but you basically can also now take a Southwest flight out of B&A directly into McGee-Tyson. Now, again, I'm not suggesting that you should do that, but if you don't want to make the 2.5-hour trip, I would assume you could probably just hop on a 30-minute flight.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. It's crossed my mind from the perspective that our daughter, who is, she's a senior in high school, but she's looking at a school in Nashville. And so we were just sitting there, my wife and I last night going, hey man, when it's time to come home for the holidays, maybe we just fly her home, rather than us having to haul over and get her and see how much it costs. I think that's really what'll tell the tale. But
maybe you just wake up in Nashville on a Saturday morning and, Tennessee's got a night game and you're like, I'm really feeling a Tennessee Vols game day. Let me just hop on a quick.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that flight going to be? 30 minutes?
It'll be, very similar to like an Atlanta flight, I would guess, right? You're up and down pretty quickly. So fly into Nashville, get picked up on one of those little wagons that you all pedal and drink on right there at the airport.
Yeah.
Drive that thing into downtown. Be fun.
Travelmath.com says it's a 49-minute flight, Knoxville to Nashville.
Yeah. So what's on your mind, Matthew?
Well, listen, I didn't mean to take too much of your time. I
You're
know
good.
I called in a little earlier than normal, but, this came across my phone. And I have to ask it, and then you guys can table it for later in the show. I'm sure you guys are going to talk about it, but Michigan's going to get their ruling on, the supposed scandal. And honestly, like, as Tennessee fans, like, where do we put, like, caring on this? Like, I really don't care. Like, it's in the past. It's almost now been 4 years since it happened. So I'm probably on a scale of 1 to 10 at like a 4 as far as caring. But do you feel like any type of punishment will really like be able to like allow healing? Because again, like, I don't think like a lot of schools are out there getting signals and a lot of schools are cheating and just not getting caught. At the end of the day, like, it happened. Did they probably do it? Yes. But probably at the same time, like, Tennessee went out there and got absolutely clobbered on defense by South Carolina. So it is what it is. But I'm curious to hear you all kind of unpack what's going to happen today with Michigan. Do you feel like they're deserving of like a 2-year playoff ban and all the rumors that are out there? And I'll listen to y'all. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Death penalty to the program.
That's right.
Bryce Underwood got to come to Knoxville.
Yes.
I am interested in the decision today, though.
Well, by all accounts, it sounds like it'll break the fine record that we hold at the moment. So at least we lose that dubious distinction.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Thamel just dropped some news on it, but
we'll share.
He says among Michigan's punishments in the NCAA COI ruling, I'm not sure what would the COI ruling be. I'm not sure. Michigan receives a significant fine, expected to be more than $20 million from loss of postseason football revenue for the next 2 seasons. Sharon Moore is given an additional game suspension, expected to take place in 2026. The school already proposed a self-imposed 2-game ban for this upcoming season, which is slated for week 3 and 4.
Yeah, we're not going to see anything, in my opinion, too heavy-handed. I just wonder, does it factor in that part of it is too that the coach who's watched this happen under isn't, you can't penalize him, right? So I wonder if that's part of it too.
Yeah.
They can't really touch Harbaugh, which I have to believe is a big motivator for why he was. I mean, I'm sure he likes his NFL job, but I'm not sure the NFL was calling my name. I just think maybe he was getting out of town before the hangman came.
He knew what he was doing.
Definitely.
Well, they gave him a show cause, not that he'd come back. They gave him like 4 or 5 years and then like another suspension on top of that as well.
I just wonder if he had waited, though, and gotten the show cause and everything, would the NFL even been interested in him at that point?
I mean, I got to think they would. I mean,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe some franchise might be desperate enough, but that's a lot of hair on it. Then that's different than getting it.
I don't think you have to worry about that show cause.
A fine for Michigan is that's just such a slap on the wrist for them, for someone that has the money to be able to just, you just call up Ellison and you say, hey, I need $20 million back in the NIL account. We just got, NCAA just came down on us for this.
Yeah.
For the sign stealing stuff. Oh yeah, sure. $20 million. No worries. I'll have it to you by the end of the day.
Sorry, Savion Hyder.
Yeah. Savion Hyder. We're going to know, man. So
I know.
It's coming.
During our show, he's announcing. I think it's 11:15 announcement.
That's good to know. As I'm show planning our 2-a-days, got to be careful there. Because if we're getting Hyder, and
I mean, you got to have the backup plan though in case he doesn't come to us.
No,
we don't want to talk about him committing to Michigan.
I know, but my point is, I also will just space. It'll be spacing like what you do on the floor in basketball, because what I don't want to be doing is Savion Hyder does say I'm going to be a Vol, and it's like, great news coming up. We'll talk some Mississippi State football.
Exactly where we want to be.
Yeah. Actually, that would be a good topic if he doesn't choose us, because then we can move into the, hey, you guys suck. Could always be worse. We just lost a 5-star running back, but could be worse. We could be you. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's talk a little bit about our guys. I haven't looked yet. Brett, maybe you can effort that to see if there's anything yet on the
practice front, or
the various media outlets, RTI 247, what have you. Probably not yet.
Looks like they're mainly talking about this basketball thing that's sold out right now.
Yeah. So,
but I'll keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye. Like I said, they may not even be quite done. They might be just getting to the point where they're wrapping up. But anyway, so got that scrimmage in progress. We'll report things as we hear them. I think the big question, everybody's kind of waiting now for what appears to be pretty obvious and apparent. Josh, just say it. When are we saying Joey Aguilar is QB1? Some people are saying it could be as soon as today, right after the scrimmage. Might be over the weekend, might be Monday. I just think we got to get it out there. Again, I say it from the fans' perspective. I think from the team's perspective, maybe they kind of know and assume what's going on at the team level, but I don't know. I think even for Joey, I think, it's like, just say it, man. Say I'm the guy. Let me go run through a wall for you guys.
I would imagine in the locker room, they probably have a pretty good idea about what's kind of coming down the pipe. And I think I would imagine they can kind of deduce what's going to happen with that QB1 spot. But yeah, I mean, I think for the sake of just everybody involved, fans, the whole team, just kind of knowing the pecking order a little bit before you get closer to ball and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you're getting down into the into the nitty gritty, close to that 2-week mark. And, you would think from kind of a preparation standpoint, it would be nice to come out here and say, hey, Joey's going to be our guy or Jake's going to be our guy. And, from all accounts, it sounds like Joey's kind of separating himself a little bit. And so, why dance around with it? Let's just go out there and let's rip the Band-Aid off and let's kind of get going for this season.
That's it. I think, I just, that's all. We just want to know it. And if it was Jake, that's fine too. It's not going to be, but let's just get to it. Our friends at Rocky Top Insider, they did some nasty work. It made me smile because it made me realize that they're fighting the struggle is real for them, just like it is for us as we count down the days and try to bide our time till we get to football season. But they put together aggregated Roots on Air numbers for our 3 quarterback candidates, for Joey, for Merck, and also George or GMAC or GM. I guess GM was what McElroy was calling him. Probably like, hey, you and me, we both have the same letters to our first and last names. Let's ride.
Whatever you want to do, McElroy.
Yeah. Joey Aguilar.
G-Mac.
Joey Aguilar. So far, in all the practices, where the media is allowed to watch, by the way. So there's probably been many more passes thrown. Joey's been 91 of 112 in terms of his routes on air passes. That's an 81% completion percentage. Kind of easy when there's no defenders on you. I mean, I sat there and thought 80%, man, that's awesome. It's like there's nobody there except the receiver.
Got to start somewhere.
Out of those 21 incompletions for Joey, 9 of them were drops by the receivers. We've lamented our receiving situation.
Mm-hmm.
Drops happen, though. Particularly, that's why you're doing it in practice. Jake Merklinger, 84 completions on 105 attempts. So he also had 21 incompletions. That's good for about an 80% completion percentage. He had, out of those 21 incompletions, he had 6 drops by receivers and tight ends. And then GMAC, 70 of 83, which equates to an 84% completion percentage. There was only 1 drop in those 13 incompletions. And by the way, this number is smaller by a fair amount than Merck's and Aguilar's, and that's because RTI was 1 day short of covering McIntyre's routine. So he was probably somewhere in the low hundreds.
Sounds like McIntyre's the starter to me.
I think if you look at this, it's over. Crown him. All 150 pounds of him or whatever. But
he's our guy.
He is our guy.
Name it. Book it.
Hopefully we are not talking about this again. Hopefully the next time we're talking about it, Sam, we're saying, how's Joey Aguilar going to look against Syracuse?
I think we can all kind of tell at this point that it's going to be Aguilar.
I think so too.
Just rip the Band-Aid off, Josh. Give it to me.
Come on, Josh. I just saw you cuss on TV last night.
Mm-hmm.
I have renewed faith in you. Let's go.
It would probably put confidence in Joey Aguilar, even though he probably knows.
That's what
just
I'm
put it out
saying.
there. Like Alabama just went out and said, hey, Ty Simpson's our guy.
That's
like,
it.
Guys are announcing. Like it's going to, like I hate Pete Nakos is the one like saying, hey, I'm hearing this. And we've already been hearing that. Josh, put your stamp on it. Go ahead and say it. That's what I think we're all ready for and anticipating that. But
yeah, no more coach speak, right? Because this whole it's a competition.
Joey's our guy, you know.
Yeah, just get behind someone. And that's what I was saying earlier. I think for Joey's sake, too, let him be like, all right, now we know 100%. I got work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he's got that psyche. I don't think he's just going to chill now and be like, yeah, I'm good.
Hope not.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's won it by a mile or anything.
No.
Certainly. So, so
that's probably why it's prolonged this a little bit is you're right. He didn't just go and seize it per se. Anecdotally, ESPN's already putting out their college football playoff projections, bowl projections. We're not in the playoffs by their projections, so we're going to have to go earn it, of course. But Mark Schlabach and Kyle Bonagura, they projected all the bowl game assignments. Schlabach has Tennessee playing Iowa State in the Texas Bowl. Do we want that? Hell no. It's like on December 27th, by the way. It's like, that's gross.
I'm opting out of that as a fan.
I would definitely opt out. I'm not even sure I'd watch it. Well, I'd watch it, but I'm surely not going. Bonagura, though, predicts a New Year's Eve matchup in the Citrus Bowl, place we're familiar with. Tennessee against Michigan. That'd be an entertaining game.
Yeah, for sure.
Two big name programs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Iowa State's a good team. I don't want to diss on them too hard, but I'd rather have a shot at a Big Ten team.
Yeah.
That would get my interest. You wouldn't opt out of that, right?
I'm opting in.
There we go. In or out. That's what we're saying. We're in.
There we go.
We are in.
There we go.
All right. Hopefully more to come on the quarterback situation and some feedback maybe on what happened today, who looked good in the scrimmage. So
I think I'm more interested in see who played.
Well, that's true.
In the scrimmage. Like, are we still dealing with these receiver things? Like, that's
true.
I just wonder going in the first game how much
Brett stays up at night thinking about these training
I
camp
am.
receiver injuries.
I really am, because who are we throwing to in week one? You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully to Mike Matthews. Saw Mike Matthews get that touchdown against Vandy when I was watching the show last night. Guy's a stud. Let's get him out there. He's also pro Adidas, apparently. We heard that yesterday, too.
Mm-hmm.
Good segue to the next segment. We're going to spend a little bit of time, just a little bit, on Adidas. I think it's off and to the moon at this point, and it feels like maybe some people are coming around to. I was talking to Russell Smith last night, and it sounds like his take on it is some people are coming around to it more, and I think we all are at the conclusion of what we talked a lot about yesterday, that maybe it wasn't so much about Adidas as it is where's the money going to go, how much money, all those things. But we'll talk a little bit about that as we wrap up hour one. So stick around. We'll be right back. It's Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
You're listening to Fan Run Radio, the sports humans.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the hell is going on? You know you're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Got you, Mike. It's Nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit menspronknoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Welcome back. Final segment, hour one. Talk a little bit about Adidas. There's really not a whole lot to say other than maybe it's simmered down a little bit. It was a very emotional topic for a lot of people, probably still is. We did have a listener write in on the text box, which I thought was interesting. They said, hey, what about mentioning fellow Adidas school, Tennessee Tech, ditching the OVC for the SoCon? Okay. There you go. There you go.
Big time moves in the state.
I guess so. We said it going into the break. We heard from one player who spoke favorably about Adidas, Mike Matthews, potentially elite wide receiver, just saying, hey, they're prioritizing us. It's kind of like what we were all saying, right? You know, we felt like it would be good to be prioritized because I think, like I had mentioned earlier too, Sam, Russell Smith was saying he got the sense that, you know, it's still sided and slanted more towards Nike, but it's like there's more people kind of coming around to the reality that Nike just didn't care too much. And so why would you want to kowtow to that? That's beyond the dollars part of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, you want to deal with some apparel brand, no matter who it is, it's going to make you feel like you're wanted with them. And clearly you saw, you know, from the money offer that Nike was giving you, it wasn't even close to what you were thinking. And, you know, it takes money to stay competitive in today's day and age of college sports. And so the reported, you know, $5 million or whatever that Nike was kind of offering compared to whatever Adidas is rumored to give you, that's somewhere around the 20 number. Seems pretty easy to me. You know, I know that maybe Nike's the preferred brand for a lot of people, but I think if you go and you slap $20 million on their living room table versus $5 million and you say, hey, but you just got to wear this Adidas shirt instead of the Nike, I think you're still going to wear the Adidas shirt. So pretty simple answer to me. And, you know, now it's just, to Russell's point that you were saying at the start, it's now just making sure that this money gets allocated to the right places. And it's not just, you know, it's going towards NIL to be more competitive on the field, not just upgrading our amenities and making sure that, you know, hot dog stand number 48 and section 217 is running smoothly. You know, you want to have 5-star guys on the talent or on the field talent wise, instead of just some boost to an amenity around campus that doesn't really have an impact to the common day fan.
Right. And also maybe a note to the university of maybe, just maybe, next season ticket cycle, no price increase, man. Just take a break 1 year, just 1 year, because I think that will alleviate a lot of the angst that's going on with our fans right now, because everybody feels like, and this Adidas deal included, it's just a money grab. And we need money. We get it. But like Sam just said, we've been asking the question for days now, where does the money go to? We just want to make sure it's going towards fortifying the programs on the field and on the court. That's all. The one thing I will say, Texas Tech just dropped their alternate uniforms celebrating the 100th anniversary of Red Raider football. They're at Adidas school. Have you seen these, Sam?
They look nice. I
think they look great, man. Brett, did you see these?
Yes, I did. They look real nice. And some other schools are dropping some other ones too.
NC State has they've got a new alternate out that looks nice.
Mississippi State has some dark mode as well. They've just dropped, so they look nice.
Gives us hope, right? I mean, I just feel like it's not, hopefully, knock on wood, it's not the same Adidas stuff we saw in the last generation of the relationship here. But some of this stuff that I see, it's like, man, I could get behind that. Don't mess with our regular uniforms and give us some badass alternates. I'm in.
Even the alternates aren't that hard. Like the dark mode unis that we all love on the football team. It's just give me an all black jersey with some orange stripes down the pants and call it a day.
Well, it gives me
maybe a little something on the shoulders.
This gives me some hope, because I saw some, fans yesterday posting stuff with the latest dark mode uniform we had, saying just mostly sad we're going to lose this. And it's like, you don't have to, man. It's not that hard.
I'd almost just want them to focus right now on just the traditional jerseys, like the orange and white. Like, let's worry about the finding. I just don't want to spend too much time on a gray and dark. Let's just focus on our main two colors that if you want to do with baseball and maybe and stuff like that. But I just want to make sure we're focusing on getting the orange and the white right now with the numbers and different things like that. But I know they're going to end up doing all of them, but.
Last thing I'll say as we wrap up the hour was, this is going back a few weeks. I was in Dick's Sporting Goods and saw the new smoky gray that Nike had released, which we've talked about with the, the tribute to the,
the Air Force
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Seeing that jersey in person, I don't like it any better. It's like, I don't know if any of you have seen it right up in front of you. It doesn't work for me at all. It feels more like some of the stuff we thought we would expect from an Adidas. It felt schlocky. So I don't know. We'll see. But Texas Tech's release looks great. I'll have to check out the other ones. All right. That wraps up hour one. When we return in hour two, we're going to talk about college football. The Associated Press released their all-time All-American teams for college football. First and second teams, offense and defense. A lot of familiar names, of course. Are there any Vols on there? Think about that. We'll break it down for you on the other side. Stick around. It's under review on Fan Run Radio.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a Pack Rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
Hour 2 of Under Review starts now.
Welcome back. We are coming to you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios of Fox Sports Knoxville. It's Fan Run Radio. We're under review. It's the name of the show. We're not under review by anybody, but that's who we are. Bob and Sam and Brett, Jake, all here on a Friday, wrapping up another week, getting so close to real college football happening again. And we appreciate you hanging with us and going along for the ride. Let us know what's on your mind. You can give us a call or you can text us at area code 865-966-3435. That's 966-3435. You can also interact with us on X at Fox Sports Knox, or you can chat with us as well. You can drop a chat over at YouTube, the Fan Run TV account. Those of you who are watching, spending time with us, thank you so much. Let us know. Let us know. Throw us a shout out. Something's on your mind. We're in this together. College football. The Associated Press. The AP. We've talked about them so many times, mostly about the polls. They just released their first preseason poll for this college football season earlier this week. They are considered one of the go-tos when it comes to ranking teams, naming All-Americans, identifying great players, etc. Well, on Thursday, the Associated Press announced their all-time All-America college football teams. It's part of their organization's celebration of the 100th anniversary of the storied honor for All-American players. It says here, since 1925, nearly 2,000 young men have been named AP First-Team All-Americans. It's one of the most prestigious honors in the sport. Let's talk about it a little bit, because there's obviously a lot of familiar names here. Calling it up right now. The first team All-American offense. Want to take a guess? Sam, you may be looking at it. Brett, you looking at this, or
I heard Cody and John talking a little bit about it, so I kind of know. I don't want
to
give it away.
Well, the primary offensive player that you would focus in on is quarterback, right? And they named Tim Tebow as their first team all-time All-American quarterback.
I guess
it's a tough one. I was trying to think back of some other guys who were great.
Do they go just on their career? They go on individual season?
I imagine it's a cumulative thing. You know, they won they won national titles while he was there. He won the Heisman one year. I mean,
yeah, I mean, no, he was good. He was great.
He was really good.
Doubt. Yeah,
he was really good. I am hard pressed to think of someone who had so many additional accolades like that. I mean, there's certainly some who did, but
yeah, I mean, if it is the accolades part, I feel like it's hard to kind of deny Tebow, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's some better. Brett brings up a good point. You know, is it like, because in the article it seems like they kind of list off specific years, right? Like they're going 2007 Tebow specifically. So it's like it's not exactly going off of the career accolades. So like, I feel like I would give it to Tebow if it is based on the career, but if it's based off like individual seasons, honestly, I mean, it might sound crazy. I'm going to take like Cam Newton's individual seasons over Tim Tebow. Cam Newton was that entire offense himself.
Well, I mean, I immediately jumped to Joe Burrow's season.
Sure, you can throw Joe Burrow. Like, I think if it's just individual seasons, to me, Tim Tebow doesn't exactly. He's not just like a smash #1 hit. Like, pencil this guy in for being the quarterback of the first team offense. Because I agree with you, Brad. I think Joe Burrow would be up there for great individual seasons, and I threw Cam Newton out there because I thought he was doing it all himself.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Joe Burrow, fantastic season, but had multiple NFL guys on that roster, like Tim Tebow in 2007.
He got beat out at Ohio State. He transferred, you know, so like, but I think it's got to be more of a career type thing to be an all-time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it for more than one season. I mean, I guess, but I can see it both ways.
Yeah, I forgot about Cam Newton too, and I mean, I just remember watching games with Cam Newton, and it was like, you know, he was like next to impossible to bring down. I mean, he was absolutely dominant, and they won a national title as well, right? So, I mean, it's I get
Tim
what you're
Tebow
saying.
could just hand the ball off to Percy Harvin and go make him do some fun stuff.
What's ironic, we'll just talk this. So we just talked about him. We talked about Burrow. The second team quarterback that they put in here, and he was great. Vince Young. You feel like Young had if you compared him with Cam Newton, because Young was the same kind of guy, man. When he'd run, it was like he might have been a little more elusive than Cam. Cam was just strong as hell and just tough to bring down. Young would just be a guy who, I just remember him in that USC Rose Bowl game. He just glided, man. I mean, he was special. I guess I could deal with that. I mean, Young's probably another one who could be in that conversation, right?
Could like Matt Leinart get into that conversation? He was a stud at USC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince is more in the line with Cam Newton, kind of carried. I don't remember another play off that Texas team, to be fair. I mean, I'm sure I could look at the roster and remember, oh, yeah, he played with him. But, like, just off the top of your head, you just think of – I mean, Vince would have won the Heisman, but I think Reggie Bush won it his year. So it's like – you know, that's kind of a consideration. But, like, if a guy like Reggie Bush can beat you out, then that's Reggie Bush was really good.
I just think about that game against USC.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he single-handedly was the reason they won that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was unbelievable.
It was the greatest game ever played.
Yeah, it was. It was fantastic. It's kind of funny, even us being Tennessee fans, you know, is Peyton even remotely in this conversation? And I have to say probably not. Doesn't mean he's a great quarterback, obviously. One of the greatest ever in the pros, and probably one of the top 10 in college football history, but he's not in that top 3, 4, or 5 conversation for me, at least. And I love the guy. I mean, I that's not, you know, trying to bash. It's just there's been some pretty amazing performances past him in the college game.
Yeah, there's just so many quarterbacks that did so many great things in different numerous ways.
Mhm.
Like you go back to those. I remember watching Nebraska with like Tommy Frazier and whatever that other guy is, Eric Crouch. Like there's just different types of quarterbacks. It's just who you want and prefer as your guy. And I mean, you could argue a lot of guys on this teams.
Johnny Football for individual seasons.
God, yeah. I was going to say Achilles Smith, but I was kidding. I mean, he was pretty good, but he's not in this conversation. Yeah, Manziel, peak Manziel, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback like him.
He was magical.
Yeah.
He was magical.
It was like some elevated backyard football player, that nobody could solve at the collegiate level.
Just threw it up to Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at Tebow's stats in 2007 versus Cam Newton in 2010. And it's like, let's see here. We got Tim Tebow had 3,286 passing yards, but on 350 attempts. Cam Newton had 2,800 basically on 280 attempts. So he had 70 less attempts and still just, 400 yards less. They had basically the same amount of passing touchdowns. Cam Newton only had one more interception. Cam Newton also had 1,400, almost 1,500 rushing yards. And Tim Tebow had 895.
Man.
Tebow had 23 rushing touchdowns and Cam Newton still had 20. So like he was out there pacing, doing the same amount of numbers touchdown wise and stuff like that, and was doing it on a much worse team.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to give Tim Tebow his flowers, Bob.
I know. It's hard for me too.
But then Manziel did better than Cam his 1 year.
Yeah.
He ran for almost the same amount of yards, 21 touchdowns, 26 passing. I mean, so yeah, you're just splitting hairs with all these guys. I mean, it's just whoever you want to take.
The running backs. I want to get your guys' take on these two because they're greats. They're greats, but we've already talked about one who was just a machine, and he's not in this two that are listed. Barry Sanders, 1988 Oklahoma State, and then Herschel Walker at Georgia, 80, 81, and 82 is what they identified. Those guys are both fantastic.
Yeah, hard to argue.
Yeah, I mean Bush was unreal too, but
that's true. Yeah.
I do think. I mean, there's a bunch you could list. I mean, Archie Griffin.
I was going to say Archie Griffin's kind of a tough one to leave out there.
Two Heisman.
Yeah, only one to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I just think that's a numbers game. I think these two guys are certainly deserving. I just feel like there's a couple others that could have been easily plugged in there as well. Wide receivers, tough to argue with these two for my money. Maybe you guys can think of someone, but Randy Moss, 1997 Marshall, and Larry Fitzgerald, 2003 Pitt.
Yeah, hard to argue there.
Those guys were amazing. Amazing.
It's just crazy Randy Moss played 1 year of college football.
Yeah. Tight end, Brock Bowers. Did y'all see Bowers shaved his head?
Is that real?
I don't know.
Somebody said it looked like Josh Pate.
It does look like Josh Pate.
I think it looked good if it's real. It's like because he's one that his hair is thinning so badly. It's like, man, probably need to do something.
I can't tell if that was real or not.
Yeah. But Bowers at tight end. I mean, I'm trying to think of some other big names like, Kellen Winslow. He was amazing way back when for I think he played for Missouri.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just trying to think of any other tight ends Bowers was just incredible for his college career, right?
I mean, Tony Gonzalez, but he put more known for basketball, right? But
Right.
Did he play any college football? I mean, maybe I'm just thinking.
No, he
strictly,
did. He did.
Strictly just NFL and how great he was, but
Yeah.
it's hard to argue. Ozzie Newsom's also mentioned.
Yeah.
From Alabama. I think you mentioned him, but I don't recognize a lot of these names. Hunter Henry, remember him, but
he was good.
Michael Meyer from Notre Dame. also mentioned.
By the way, the second team running backs, we mentioned Archie Griffin. He's on the second team along with Tony Dorsett, Pittsburgh, who was, again, hard to argue. There was a lot of good ones. Second team wide receivers were Devontae Smith from 2020 Alabama and Desmond Howard from 1991 Michigan.
Again, I mean, Devontae Smith was he great? His whole timers is just living off the going back to the one great season, which was incredible. You know, so
yeah.
I only know Desmond Howard for doing the Heisman pose in the end zone.
I know that one. I wonder if he's drafting off the Heisman there. You know, I mean, he was good, obviously, but I find it hard to believe we couldn't find better receivers than that.
Is it just 2 teams or is it 3?
There's only 2.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only 2. Second team tight end. I forgot about this guy. He really didn't do much in the pros, though. Keith Jackson at Oklahoma back in the mid-'80s. He was great at Oklahoma. Great. And a weapon back then, but he didn't really materialize too much in the NFL for what that is worth. Place kicker. First team all-time place kicker. Sebastian Janikowski.
Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Stud.
He was.
Played forever.
They did not have – what's interesting
all the stories of him showing up drunk for games.
Boys, they also identified an all-purpose player on first and second teams. This one, I don't remember. I saw the highlights, but first team all-purpose was a guy by the name of Johnny Rogers at Nebraska. He played there they were pointing to the 1972 season, and man, go back and check out some of his highlights. I mean, he was unstoppable. That was like peak Nebraska too. I mean, they were, one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the country every single year. He was unbelievable. Second team all-purpose. Kind of remember this guy, Tim Brown from Notre Dame. Ended up having I think he's an NFL Hall of Famer too.
I think he is, yeah.
He was a good NFL player. First team defense. Let's look at a few of those names real quick.
Sam's guy.
First though, on the ends, Hugh Green from Pitt, 78, 79, and 80, and Randy White, 74. Those guys are old school. They were both great pros. They were great. Tackles, Bronco Nagurski. We've heard that name before.
It's an elite name.
Yeah.
1929 with Minnesota, but then he's joined by another elite name, but a hell of a player, Ndamukong Suh. Sam's favorite player.
You know you're a stud if you're still on this list from 1929.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the award's named after him. You got to probably put the guy on there, but
yeah. Linebackers, Dick Butkus from Illinois, 1964. Derek Thomas, Alabama, 1988. And Chris Spielman from Ohio State, 86, 87. Derek Thomas was so good, man. Charles Woodson and Deion Sanders are the cornerbacks.
It's a stout secondary we've got here.
Yeah, it gets better at the safeties, right? Ronnie Lott from USC in 1980, and then Ed Reed.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No. Let's look at some of the quick names on second team defense. The defensive ends, Bubba Smith, rest in peace, Michigan State, 1966, and Bruce Smith, Virginia Tech, 1984. Tackles, Leroy Selman, Oklahoma, and he had a brother who was good too, not as good as him, but Dewey Selman. They were both on the defense back then.
Leroy Selman.
And then Warren Sapp from Miami in 94. Linebackers, I don't know much about Jerry Robinson at UCLA, but the other two, Brian Bosworth and Lawrence Taylor. You wouldn't want to mess with those guys, not only on the field,
nope,
but off the field too.
Yep, I'm good.
They'd probably kill you.
I'm good.
Where did LT go to college?
Carolina.
See.
Okay.
And then another stout defensive backfield, Champ Bailey from Georgia, the Honey Badger from LSU at cornerbacks, and then Benny Blades from Miami.
What a name.
At safety, and then I was saying a stout defensive backfield. I know nothing about Al Broski from Illinois, 1951, but he must have been good. Must have been good.
I heard them talking on the morning show about Tyrann Mathieu. I also associated him with more of a safety, but I think he was just so versatile. Maybe he did play some corner too. He was just all over the field.
Yeah.
So
I did too.
Yeah.
He was something else.
Do you think is it crazy to say that like Eric Berry could have gotten some consideration for this?
Well, that's what I was surprised to see as we wrap things up here. I think there's a couple names I thought about. I thought about Reggie White. Hell, I thought about Al Wilson and Eric Berry. I didn't think, like I said, I didn't imagine Peyton showing up on this, but I certainly imagined some of our defensive guys. Those guys were like, game-changing guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and you're right. Probably Barry would have had the best opportunity of all of them to be listed here on at least the second team, but they weren't. So, but a lot of great names, man. It's tough to really – this is a tough choice, however you do this. All these guys, they're all pretty damn good. There's just so many others that are good. You just don't have enough room. And to your point, Sam, you could have easily filled out a third team here, easily. And a bunch of names where we'd be like, oh, yeah, man, that guy was a stud. Fun little exercise. First team offensive tackles, Orlando Pace and Bill Fralick. Fralick was a beast in the 80s for Pitt.
Pace. He's a monster.
Yeah. Pace is a monster. Second team, Jonathan Ogden, Bryant McKinney from Miami. Yeah. It's a who's who out here, man. It's a good list. It was fun. All right, let's take a break. When we return, we'll bounce back to some Tennessee Vol talk. We'll be joined by Reed Carringer. Reed's one of the OGs around these parts. If you know football time in Tennessee, you know that's a family business there. Reed's a big contributor on all that stuff, has been in the past. One of the originators with me when we started Rocky Top Insider, and Reed knows ball, and we love talking with him. He's been joining us on Fridays recently, and he's going to join us again here in a moment. Stick around. We'll be right back. You're listening to Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Only 2 more homestands to see your Knoxville Smokies in action. Join us next week for All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, Titans Night on Thursday, with a chance to win tickets to an upcoming Titans game and autographed jersey. UT Night on Saturday with a free Dylan Sampson bobblehead giveaway, and fireworks both Friday and Saturday night. Don't miss your final chances to see your Smokies play in the brand new Covenant Health Park. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
Doctors take field of greens for their own health.
Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food, not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com.
Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Carries on here on a Friday as we wrap up another week. Heard from Wayne on the live chat over at Fan Run TV asking, how did the scrimmage go? We'll be efforting that, seeing what we can find out. Not a lot to report at the moment, but I would assume we'll get some sound bites from some people probably before the show ends, I would say for sure. But hopefully we'll hear something good. I'd say we're about to hear something good talking to this guy. He's been joining us on Fridays recently. We've really enjoyed it. Guy knows ball. Well known around these parts. Tied in with Football Time in Tennessee. Not tied in. It's a family business. Those guys have been doing that magazine forever. Got a lot of fans there. Got some fans here. Let's get to it. Let's say hello to Reed Carringer, who's joining the program. Reed, thanks for hopping on. How you been, man?
Hey, great, guys. Just ready for football. It's kind of getting that everybody's itching for some actual news, actual football. You know, we're just diving into the Netflix show, reliving last season right now.
Yeah, I talked about that earlier. I wrapped it up last night. I watched the final episode. How far into it are you?
I've got 2 left. I'm on the second to last.
Okay. I gave it a pretty solid, like a B to B plus. I mean, I thought it was good, but it serves its purpose. And to your point, it's like getting you kind of fired up for football. There's a couple moments that you, as a Vol fan, you'd prefer not to relive, but still, I watched all of it, and I'm glad I did. And 7th episode's worth it because it's got some good moments, and you get to see some raw Josh Heupel, which is rare. We don't see that very often. Rare footage of a raw locker room Josh Heupel. So you got that to look forward to.
That was one of the things that really struck me about the series as a whole. Any given Saturday was having covered the team in some capacity and largely in person for around a decade. You really did get to see a side of these guys that you don't see.
Right.
Even as media members, even as people who maybe even go out to dinner with the coaches and stuff. I thought they did a good job of getting those guys to open up and show you the human side of them, the side they don't let the media see, the side that maybe they don't even let some of the times their players see. I thought the show as a whole was pretty illuminating.
Yeah, and we've talked about the fact that as much as I don't want to like Shane Beamer, and they sure as hell played enough Shane Beamer moments in there, but I don't know. I can understand why his team plays for him. He seems to be, he's a little quirky, but he seems like an all right dude, good family man, good leader, all those things. And so you get to see guys in that kind of setting that you don't typically get to see. Who knows, man, if Missouri was a part of this, we may have come away like an Eli Drinkwitz more. Nah.
Probably not. Too far. A bridge too far, Bob.
Not possible. Hey, before we start to dig into some of the actual sports on the field and on the court, you got to get your take on this. We've it feels like the embers are almost out on this whole announcement of Adidas and Tennessee partnering up, moving into 2026 and beyond. It's been a very interesting wide range of visceral reactions to this. And as I've said all along, I'm not sure if Nike had done their part and stepped back up to the table and we were still with Nike, I'd be fine with that too. I've said it before. I'm not really trying to shill for Adidas, but I do understand I understand both sides. I understand the logic of it from college sports is a business now from that perspective, but also I understand why maybe some of the fans are viewing this as, man, how many more versions of a money grab are we going to see, and will the players actually benefit? But wanted to get your take on all of this. You buy into it, you understand it, you don't understand it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I get it. I don't really understand the visceral reaction one way or the other when you just look at the bottom line of the deals and compare them. Danny White's running a business,
right?
And period. And if there's more money for the program, more money for the players, in theory, you would hope that would be better for the fan base as a whole, over time, especially. And I get that, like, a lot of the fan gear, mass-produced fan gear, from Nike may be better than Adidas, but personally, that's not what I choose to support anyway. I like to support the smaller brands, that put out stuff that I really like. It's unique. So, as far as what I wear to the games, it doesn't affect me. And if it's going to give the program an extra $15 million a year or so, I don't really see the downside. And it's not like it used to be when you had kind of Adidas, Nike feeder programs in basketball even. Now with NIL and stuff, it's more above board than it's ever been anyway. I'm not saying it's all above board, but it's more above board than it's ever been. So I don't even think it matters as much maybe in basketball as people have contended.
ESPN released their final preseason SP Plus rankings. I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on just maybe that system as a whole. Is that something that you kind of subscribe to as a fan, and you put some stock in looking at other teams around the country throughout the season? Because they seem to be pretty high on Tennessee. They went up a spot, ranking at number 12, the number 33 projected offense, number 4 defense, and number 21 special teams. When you look at, ratings and metrics like these, and maybe when you kind of also view the fans' kind of outlook on the football season, do you feel like we're maybe selling ourselves short a little bit after seeing some stuff like this?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Great question. I love the analytics side of football, and I think you're going to continue to see that kind of explode. And I think you're seeing it more and more in basketball. You've seen Rick Barnes and company embrace as well. So I'm a big fan of the the nerd side of sports and the analytics side. So I think I've followed ESPN Plus since SP Plus, the metrics, since I think it was invented. I'm that old. So I really think it makes sense to me from the roster standpoint, man. Like when you look at this roster, Tennessee needs some injury luck. Tennessee's going to have to get more production from the passing game than they got last year. But overall, the two deep, a lot more talented, I think, across the board than even last season. Not as experienced, not as battle tested. So we're going to see what that looks like, especially early in the season. And but I wasn't down on this team in the spring before number 8 left, as Bob referred to him last night on my Twitter feed. I wasn't down on this team. I think I had them 10th in Football Times preseason top 25, thinking they were going to compete for a playoff spot. And then after Nico left, I think we moved them down to 13 or something like that. But I'm higher on this team, I think, than maybe most fans, and certainly than the Associated Press. So maybe I'll line up more with ESPN's analytics metrics there, in my opinion, of what you can see from this team this season if things go well.
We're talking with Reed Carringer, just talking some Vol football for the moment. And we were talking about this earlier. The boys are scrimmaging as we speak. I may be wrapping up by now, I would think. But I'm sure we'll hear some stuff later. And by all accounts, now you've got journalists weighing in. Pete Nakos is saying he's hearing that QB1 is going to be Joey Aguilar, which I don't think is a revelation to many around here. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks, and I've always felt it was his job to lose, at least. But how do you net out on this from the standpoint that, Alabama, Kalen DeBoer goes out and names Ty Simpson as QB1 days ago. We haven't done that yet. Maybe Josh is going to do that today or over the weekend, but just from the perspective of the state of mind of the guy who is going to be QB1, likely Joey, I mean, do you agree or disagree? It's like, let's just get it out there and start the true game plan. Sam has a good point that probably in the locker room, it's probably more prevalently known than we hear about it, but still let's get to it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I know you all were talking about the cumulative routes versus air stats earlier.
Yeah.
And I think I retweeted that article because I remember when I covered the team back in the day, Bob, for football time and then for Rocky Top Insider for you, that was one of the things we really paid attention to because it was one of the few things you could kind of see quarterbacks, chemistry, footwork, arm strength, what's their deep ball look like, things like that. And there were days, Bob, when the quarterbacks would complete less than 50% of their passes back then. And we're talking, early Butch Jones era. It was pretty ugly. So I think no matter what happens this season, it's going to look better than that at the quarterback position. But I'm with you. I've always thought it was Joey's job to lose. Based on everything that I've heard from some people that have been able to see the scrimmages, I don't think he's done anything to lose that job. Maybe he didn't take it by the horns like the coaching staff would have hoped, which is why it's kind of delayed the decision here. But I would suggest, like Sam said, I would suggest the team already knows, and it's just a formality at this point. Josh Heupel likes to play some games with the media a little bit. I'm sure the team knows what to expect. But for my take, Bob, I'm with you. I'm kind of old school. I'd say, hey, he's your guy. Let's roll with it. Get the fans excited about him. Get some enthusiasm for the season going for Joey, and get him out there in front of the media a couple times and get him ready for what comes with being the starting quarterback at Tennessee.
Switching gears to a little bit of basketball here, Reed, as we got the news this morning that Tennessee and Duke have officially sold out for the preseason exhibition game here in Thompson-Boling Arena at Food City Center on October 26th. Just talk about kind of the evolution and the resurgence of Tennessee basketball, just being able to kind of get a brand like Duke into our building and with as much hype and excitement that Tennessee football comes with every year, you're able to sell out a 20,000 plus seat arena here in a early August morning type of thing, and being able to just have so much excitement kind of surrounded around the program now.
Well, I grew up in the Wade Houston era, so if you had told little Reed that this was a possibility in his lifetime, he would have called you insane. It's just incredible what Barnes has done for this basketball program, and I think great. What a great early season. Let's drum up some excitement about the basketball program and give the fans a real treat. I just think it's a brilliant move. I know my buddy Mike Wilson for the News Sentinel texted me maybe last week to ask what my ideal exhibition matchup would be for Tennessee. I think he wrote an article on it, and Duke was at or near the top of my list. Indiana was up there, North Carolina, maybe a Villanova or something like that. But hard to beat getting Duke in Thompson-Boling Arena and a game that where your team will also be tested. You're going to find some things out about your really almost entirely new starting five. And I think it's a win-win-win-win-win. Incredible job. I think something that maybe doesn't get talked enough about is how important scheduling is in basketball, and it's something that Barnes and his crew have just kind of gotten down to a science. And they're so respected too that I think teams are willing to take the call and willing to play, and they want to play Tennessee to see what their team looks like. So just overall, a massive testament to Barnes and his whole staff.
I like the concept of just calling you Little Reed.
It's my hip hop name.
Yeah, there you go. Back to football for a second. And I guess this is, in a way, it's kind of a message that your football program it's a reaffirmation, maybe, that your football program is legit and you're the hunted. And that is that Mississippi State has already announced that they're going to do a whiteout in their home game against the Vols down in Starkville, which again kind of shows, okay, they're trying to jack up the fans for that game. I guess my question to you is, so because it's not just whiteout with the fans, they've already broken out the uniforms they're going to wear, all white helmets, all of that. So Tennessee is kind of left to go with orange, which, you know, they've done that on neutral sites before, bowl games, what have you. But I'm trying to remember if there's been a road game where Tennessee has worn like a legitimate conference road game or, you know, non-conference road game where they've worn the orange jerseys. Do we really care about that? I mean, do we really think that that has an impact on any team, whether you're doing a whiteout or in our case, when we go dark mode, any of that stuff?
Well, you know, I knew what year was that? A couple of years ago when Will Levis came in here and Tennessee broke out the black unis, and you knew that Tennessee was going to win that game if you were at that game before the kick started. You know, there was a lot of hype around Kentucky. I think it was 44-6 drubbing. You know, there's just so much energy at the stadium, Bob. And the same thing back. I was at the Lane Kiffin 2009 surprise black uniform game against South Carolina. Crowd went absolutely crazy when they came out in those black unis. So I think there is something to it, just the momentum of college football. You know, if Tennessee fans know what a home crowd does, right? They've only lost one game at home in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
To Georgia. So have the most wins in the SEC at home over that time span. So I do think it is something, you know, hopefully for Tennessee, that's not the game that the surprise loss that Tennessee seems to have, road loss every year under Heupel that they've got to get cleaned up. It better not come in that one, you know?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. The South Carolina game too, where Kiffin broke out the black jersey and orange pants. That was a Halloween night too, I believe, right?
It was amazing. That was 2009, obviously Kiffin's lone year. Montario Hardesty spin move, kind of iconic run from that era. And it wasn't supposed to rain, and it rained, and I was cold for days after. I was not prepared, but it was worth it. Yeah, very exciting. They changed in the locker room. I had a buddy that worked on the equipment staff at the time, and he talked about just all the stuff that went on behind the scenes to pull that off and keep it a secret. And smart move by Kiffin, you know, kind of forward thinking by him, and it paid dividends there on the football field.
We've gotten, you know, a little bit of news or just hearing from Darrell Sims in this running back room a little bit. I know that we've kind of talked about the Josh Heupel run attack and how we always feel like that's going to be a consistent force, but spoke very highly of just kind of multiple guys in that room. Are you still just penciling in kind of Deshaun Bishop to be that number one guy, or do you still, or do you kind of subscribe to the fact, I guess, that we're going to see all three guys kind of get some run in some different scenarios, and all three skill sets are going to be ones that kind of help Tennessee out in different ways?
Well, we saw Lewis, Bishop, and Sampson last year. You know, they will play three. I think maybe it'll be a lot more evenly split this season. Really liked what Bishop did last year. You know, if he could stay healthy this season. Peyton Lewis, lots of love about him too, and he's been sort of the talk of the camp at that position. And then you got Star Thomas back there. I would really like to see, the one thing for me, guys, is I would like to see the running backs more involved in the passing game out of the backfield. For whatever reason, that's just not something that we've seen a ton in the Heupel offense and during his time at Tennessee. And I think, you know, these guys have the skill set maybe to affect the passing game a little bit more. Would really like to see that this year. But I expect, especially early on, you're going to see a healthy dose of all three of those guys.
Reed, as always, man, just appreciate you making some time for us and chopping it up with you. It's always good to do that. Good voice of reason here. You can follow this guy at Reed Carringer, and while he may not be highly active on social media like some other people, when he talks, you listen. I mean, he does a good job. Great posts, great reposts, all that stuff. And Reed, I really appreciate you hanging with us. And man, let's get let's get to football. It's this is the last Friday where we'll be talking, and we don't have football on the weekend to follow.
And maybe next Friday we'll have a starting quarterback to talk about for officially.
Yes, sir.
Let's hope.
Let's hope for sure. All right, buddy. Listen, have a great weekend again. Enjoy catching up with you. Look forward to the next one.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Reed.
Let's hit a break. When we return, talk a little NFL.
I can't do that just yet.
Oh, that's Siri, by the way, who must have just heard me do something.
Can't talk NFL just yet.
Yeah.
She said it. Not us.
Siri will not be part of this.
No Titans talk.
What the hell?
Good job,
I mean,
Siri.
that's not even anything I did with my phone, Sam. It just did it on its own. I'm going crazy, people.
They're listening to you.
Exactly. SI.com picked winners of all 272 NFL regular season games, as well as win-loss records for each team, who makes the playoffs, etc. We're not going to go through the 272 games, but let's talk about how the Titans fare in this thing, how the Colts fare in this thing, and who's going to be in the playoffs per this projection. We'll talk about it when we return. Stick around. Under review on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the CNB Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at CNB has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco, and I'm proud to join the team here at Knoxville Smiles, where we're leading the way in comfortable, modern dentistry. Many people are anxious about going to the dentist. Here at Knoxville Smiles, our team works hard to make the experience as comfortable as possible. We offer everything from warm blankets to sedation dentistry to help you relax and make your visit as enjoyable as possible. So if it's been a while since you've been to the dentist, give us a call at 865-539-1776 to experience a dental visit that will make you smile.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by Pitmaster Mark Rickard, the barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134 for directions and to look at the rest of the menu. Visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Welcome back. Final segment, hour 2. Talk a little NFL. Sports Illustrated SI.com. Sam just made a comment that really has stuck with me is anything with SI.com would have looked so much better when it was in a print version of Sports Illustrated. But man, how the mighty have fallen. That is such an afterthought to me and so many others now, right, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I opened up this article, I was like, man, predicting all 272 NFL games, that seems kind of like a lot. And then when I saw the graphic of just like each division, you've got the logos, the win-loss, and everything like that, I was like, wait a minute. I used to read this as a kid just in the magazine, and it was my favorite thing in the world in the summertime. And now it's just doesn't really hit the same on the website anymore.
No, and I mean, I think part of it too was what I loved with Sports Illustrated was just the photography. I mean, that cover photo, sometimes it would be on court or on field action. It'd be like, God, it's amazing. Just made you want to read through it, like Sam was saying. But alas, we are left with SI.com in this digital age, and they put together a prediction of all 272 regular season NFL games, going week by week through each team's schedule, projecting all 32 final records and 14 playoff spots. We'll talk about who they project for the playoffs. We're not going to go through all the win-loss records, but we do have a team in state that we always like to pay attention to. We'll be rejoining with Easton Freeze from time to time to talk Tennessee Titans football. A lot of optimism in Nashville with Cam Ward at the wheel at quarterback and some other new players. SamSI.com didn't quite feel the same way.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's
what is this?
They've got Tennessee going 4-13.
What a shame.
With wins against Arizona at Arizona, wins at home against Seattle, against Kansas City.
Damn right.
And against New Orleans.
Chiefs already locked up the division by that point, I guess. It's just crazy.
Maybe. I guess that's a fair point.
I don't understand. Losing to Cleveland? No way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it at all.
Losing to the Colts twice
at home. No
yeah,
way.
baby. Well, yeah, get with it. You know that's real.
That ain't
real
happening.
Ones know that.
That ain't happening. Winless in the division?
Well, you know, what are you gonna do?
Some people know ball, some people don't. This guy clearly doesn't.
Yeah, he's got the Colts finishing 9-8.
This guy went through the Titans schedule and said, "Oh shoot, the Titans! I gotta do this record prediction. All right, L.
Yeah.
Oh, let's have them beating the Chiefs because that'll be a fun wrinkle to the article. That'll get people riled up for sure.
He's got you guys playing better in the back half of the season. He's got you 1-8 in the first 9 weeks.
2-1 to end the year. Hang the banner.
That's it. He's got the Colts 9-8, sweeping the Titans, like Sam said. I'm just looking at some of their wins, too. He's got them winning at home against San Francisco. He's got them, most of the other ones are winnable games, I'd say. Yeah, their toughest games against the Rams, losing, Denver at home, losing, at KC, losing. That makes sense. I'm okay with this. I'd be thrilled if the Colts end up 9-8.
Do you think you have the better quarterback between the Titans and your team?
No,
because I'm trying to figure this out. How you're 5 games better than the Titans. I
Let's
really
go,
don't.
Brett. We got a Titans defender back here.
You've got.
I just don't see it.
You got potentially a top 5 running back. You've got, I think
Pollard was good, but
Pollard's not Jonathan Taylor.
No, he's not.
No, but I mean, he did what the Titans needed. What did he have,
Yeah.
1,200 yards or whatever he had last year
Yeah.
on a bad O-line? I'm telling you, the defense is better than people give them credit for, too. I mean, I said they were number 2 in the league last year. They got no help.
Listen to Brett.
Talk to me, Brett. Talk to me.
I like Cam Ward. I think he's got the juice.
go.
The division is garbage.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You got to close the gap though on the projected wins for Jacksonville, 7-10. See, that's where I figured the Colts are going to end up, is about 7-10. Honestly,
Figured the Jags would be more around the Titans range.
what do they have you guys doing with the Titans? A split or no?
Titans don't win any game.
Yeah, they don't have us
thing.
winning a single division game.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. These guys are very bullish in terms of, or not bullish, maybe bearish on the win-loss records that they've projected. Now I'm going through them all. I'm just looking now at the teams that make the playoffs as they're filling out their projections. They're saying the best record in the NFL next year in the regular season will be 12-5.
It's a dumb article then. What an idiot.
AFC playoff teams per their projections coming out of the AFC North: Baltimore at 12-5, the champion of the division. The Bills 12-5, champion of the East. Chiefs at 11-6, champions of the West, and then Houston, champions of the South at 10-7.
This guy's an idiot, Bob. I'm going through this entire article now. He's got the Bucks as the best record in the league.
Exactly. The three AFC wildcard teams: the Broncos, the Bengals, and the Chargers, all at 10-7. I mean, that's feasible. Okay. By the way,
a tough division.
Yeah. By the way, he did pick Miami to finish last in the East, so that answers kind of our question. We were saying, man, could the Dolphins finish last? Some people are thinking that. So I think he had the Patriots at 8-9.
How tough is the Eagles?
I was going to say
7 is just like
the Eagles losing 7 games is insane.
Eagles
49ers are not 11-6. I'm sorry. They have no players anymore.
Eagles and the Lions. I mean, now I know the Lions
Lions
lost
will
some
take a
stuff.
step back. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, they've got in the NFC the Bucks with the best record, winning the South at 12-5, the 49ers winning the West 11-6, Eagles winning the East at 10-7, and then the Lions winning the North at 10-7. And then 3 other teams as wild card teams at 10-7. The LA Rams, the Vikings. Hate the Vikings. Daniel Iverson, if you're listening.
JJ's been struggling, it sounds.
Yeah. And then left hand up. The Commanders making it
10-7, gonna win that division, sure.
Yeah. No Cowboys. They got them, I think, 9-8. I don't necessarily disagree with the teams they have picked to be in the postseason, but the records are just kind of madness to me.
The Ravens do have some tough road games. I'll give them.
Yeah.
I think 12-5 sounds right looking at theirs, but.
And also, I wonder about Tampa Bay. Does Baker Mayfield have any regression? I mean, last year was unbelievable. He's good. He's good.
I think he's got more weapons this year, though.
Yeah,
I know.
The crazy part.
Losing
Liam Cohen, we'll see how that goes. But.
Yeah, I just still feel like I could see him take a step back. Still be very good, but like last year, he was hell, man. He was probably on the fringe of MVP conversations last year.
Top 5 quarterback.
I'm a Baker guy.
Yeah.
I don't see too much of a step back for him.
I don't either.
Yeah. God, man, just think we'll be talking more about this stuff coming up soon too.
Fantasy.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got my first draft Wednesday night.
Exciting.
It is. It is. All right, that wraps up hour 2 of the show. Take a quick break, and when we return, Sam's got some midday headlines for you. Got to play some in or out. Jake will be at the wheel for that. Got some champions of the weekend. There's things to
Heupel's talking right now too.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we might have some sound bites on that as well. Got a lot coming up in hour 3 as we wrap this week up. Stick around. We will be right back. It's Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything: sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Hour 3 of Under Review starts now.
Welcome back to the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios of Fox Sports Knoxville Fan Run Radio. You're listening to Under Review on a Friday. Bob Baskerville here with Sam Beard, Brett Hollander, Jake Jenkins. We are all here wrapping up another week, getting so close to football. Just think, Sam, this time next week, we'll be talking about who's going to win. Bubba keeps calling it Farmageddon. That game in Dublin between Iowa State and Kansas. I don't know if that's really what they're calling it, or if that's just Bubba doing it. I don't know, but we will have games to preview a week from now. Feels good. We've almost made it. Appreciate you joining us as always. Let us know what's on your mind. You can call or text us at area code 865-966-3435. That's 966-3435. Or also you can hit us up, reach out to us at Fox Sports Knox on X. Or if you're watching us on YouTube TV, what up? Fan Run TV. Like and subscribe. You can chat with us there too. Matter of fact, before we get to headlines real quick, listener Shane writes, has Heupel always neglected throwing to the running backs, or has he had other teams in the past that could utilize it? If not, why do you think that's happened? Could he be saving it as a new wrinkle? I don't know. We talked about this a little bit. We were saying the Star Thomas dimension might be something novel for him. I don't know.
I do think Star Thomas provides that skill set for you this year. I feel like just trying to think back on some of our running backs of the Heupel era, you haven't exactly, maybe it's just it's not really an element of the offense, so it doesn't really get phased in. But it doesn't really feel like many of the backs that you've had, you haven't had like an Alvin Kamara type of guy here in the running back room. It kind of feels like, you've had just like some real good speed guys or kind of some bruisers and downhill runners and stuff like that. Like screen games and passing games with my running back, like none of that really jumps out with a guy like a Jalen Wright or a Jabari Small, or even to start off the hypo era with somebody like Tyon Evans or something like that. So,
yeah.
Maybe that's just something they don't really ask of these guys, or maybe you just don't exactly recruit guys that have that kind of in their bag because it's not really something that the hypo offense uses. But I'm with you. I'd like to see some more action from the running backs in terms of the pass game and everything, and kind of use that as a new wrinkle.
Agree.
Maybe Savion Hiter is that guy. Maybe that's why we're going after him.
Sampson had 20 last year.
Yeah.
Like for as many carries as he's got last year.
I just don't remember hardly any of his catches.
Yeah.
How many did Selden have last year?
I don't even know. 1 for
Barely
negative
stayed
2.
Healthy, yeah.
Bishop had 1. Peyton Lewis had 4.
He ended up where? Virginia Tech?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's kind of
I believe he's playing more wide receiver this year than running back over at Virginia Tech.
I guess he's going home, right? He's from Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much optimism.
I did too.
For
I
that
had high
kid.
hopes for him.
God, he looked so good. Oh, well. Wish him the best. All right, let's get to some headlines, other things going on in the world of sports. And for that, I hand it back over to Sam Beard.
We're getting close when we got uniform matchups coming out. Mississippi State football announced that they will celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Snow Bowl when Tennessee comes to town on September 27th at Davis Wade Stadium. Bulldogs will be wearing their all-white 2025 core uniform paired with a white helmet that is featuring the interlocking MSU, along with a maroon face mask, but pays tribute to the 2000 team that won a 43-41 overtime game over Texas A&M in the Independence Bowl, a game forever remembered for the rare snowstorm in Shreveport, Louisiana on December 31st, 2000. Mississippi State whiteout. Give me all orange for Tennessee, and let's have a nice little color matchup.
Got to say, I like what I saw in the Mississippi State uniform. Looks good. But yeah, that would be, when you say all orange, the white helmet, though, right?
Yeah.
Not the orange helmet.
Yeah.
Everybody hates the orange helmet. I've got the little mini replica of it in my office.
I hate it, to be honest with you.
It's kind of good looking, but yeah.
I mean, it brings up bad memories for everyone,
Of
obviously,
course,
with the
yeah.
one time that we wore it, but I don't know. Traditional one's clean.
Sure is.
Why change it up too much,
But yeah, I agree.
Black is good enough for me.
I agree
Don't
with
you want to wash those memories away by a big victory in them? We've had a lot of bad victories in our orange jerseys and white jerseys.
I don't want to open up that can of worms, though, and hope that we can have another painful loss with it.
That's true. That's true.
They will get burned alive if we, lose against South Carolina and then lose against Mississippi State in the orange helmets. They can just be sent off, float them down the river.
Game.
I do like the idea of all orange.
Mm-hmm.
Orange pants, orange jersey.
Josh Heupel speaking to the media right now, like Brett said. Mike Matthews, quote, makes some big plays down the football field in today's scrimmage. That's what you want to hear. Chris Brazzell did not participate. A couple of the projected defensive starters as well didn't exactly go. Ricky Gibson, Josh Josephs, and T-Lander have been banged up all fall camp, according to Heupel as well there. Thought both of the quarterbacks handled themselves extremely well during the scrimmage. Thought George McIntyre did as well. So clearly George McIntyre not in the race anymore when you're getting the Josh Heupel media leaks. Just he's not exactly got it cleaned up all the way where he's like, yeah, it's a 3 quarterback battle. We're going at it. Joey, Jake, and George. It's now just like, yeah, the quarterbacks, both of them did pretty well today. George also looking pretty good, So soon enough, it'll be Joey looking good, and then that'll be that.
Yeah, I saw the quote also. kind of ties into what we talked about a couple of days ago when we were saying, what can we get behind? What can we believe in? And hype says what we were saying. Talked about the running back room, said probably, and we quote, probably as deep as we've been.
Love to see it.
Let's see them all then.
Love to see it.
Get them all out there.
The NCAA has announced penalties for Michigan in the sign stealing scandal involving Connor Stallions. Not too much to report. Fine of approximately $20 million tied to postseason revenue, program on 4 years of probation, 3-game suspension of head coach Sharon Moore, games 3 and 4 of the season this year, as well as the first game of the 2026 season. So we can just allow the schools to pick and choose when they suspend their coach now. 10-year show cause penalty for former head coach Jim Harbaugh, served after the conclusion of a current 4-year show cause. So that one, I would guess, maybe the heftiest penalty of them all, but Jim Harbaugh, a guy who's probably just going to hang it up coaching-wise once he's done in the NFL. So that one just seems pretty insignificant. 8-year show cause penalty for former staffer and sign-stealing great Connor Stallions, and then a 3-year show cause for former assistant Denard Robinson. No postseason ban or vacating of victories. They keep their national title. And then as Bob sent me some numbers, Michigan athletics find the equivalent of, get ready, 0.001117% of the school's endowment.
Easy come, easy go, right? That's ridiculous.
Somebody's already sent the money in.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's the check.
Yeah. Ellison.
Move on.
Ellison was like, here you go. I got this in my ashtray.
It's probably, honestly, they probably got, with a number like that for their endowment, it's probably like, Ellison, you've done enough for us.
Yeah,
man.
we got this.
20, come on, I can do 20 for us. Like, you need to be here for the 200s, the $100 million donations. Hey, we need a new building. We're going to come to you. Take a load off. Kick your feet up for the day. We won that national championship. Feel good about it, brother. Smoke a cigar today. I'll take care of that $20 million. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it.
I think we were hoping that they would confirm that Stallions was at the Tennessee game. They confirmed that he was definitely at the Central Michigan, whatever game that was. But I think I was trying to see if there was any more details on that end.
My perspective's really changed on Connor Stallion since the Netflix documentary. I honestly just kind of respect the guy.
Selling vacuums.
I mean, he's just he wanted to do as much as he could for Michigan football. Ended up doing it. Worked his ass off to go do it. Was it a little dirty? Yeah. Are there a lot of teams around college sports doing it? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize he's selling vacuum cleaners now.
You don't remember that part of it?
I didn't. I guess
they were like sitting out on his front porch. And
I don't know if that ever got confirmed.
Did it?
But it was definitely part of it. There was
Definitely
like
part
an
of the
alleged vacuum cleaner. Like he's just selling vacuums to like handle some NIL stuff with some players, I guess.
Want this Hoover?
Hey, when you empty that bag out, there's something in there for you.
Mm-hmm. The signs for Minnesota this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, why are there so many vacuum cleaner deliveries at the coach's office?
They run a tight ship over there. They keep it clean.
Yeah.
Browns running back Quinshon Judkins won't face charges after his July arrest. Prosecutors in Broward County have declined to pursue a case against the rookie running back who was arrested last month on charges of misdemeanor battery and domestic violence. Back on July 14th, was arrested by Fort Lauderdale police after they received a report of battery that he had allegedly committed a week earlier near the city's airport. Assistant state attorney assigned to review a case wrote in a memorandum that there were several reasons not to prosecute, including the delayed report, a lack of video evidence, and a lack of independent witnesses. the only NFL draft pick who remained unsigned, and I think a lot of this was probably due in part to that. So Quinshon Judkins, I'm sure, will get that one resolved, get back out onto the field. Will be getting ramped up in Browns training camp, and they will see him on the field shortly, I imagine. But nothing to come of it for Quinshon Judkins. If you were a Dylan Sampson fantasy drafter, got to split some reps now. Judkins going to be right there alongside Dylan Sampson, I would assume, once we get the season started.
Browns love I was going to call them reclamation projects, but
they absolutely do.
They get guys who have been in choppy waters, right?
They had another one yesterday.
Yeah.
As Isaiah Bond won't be charged. And as a result of that, he said, I'm going to the Browns. So the sexual assault case against former Texas wide receiver Isaiah Bond has been no-billed, and he faces no further criminal charges in Collin County, according to District Attorney Greg Willis. After reviewing all the evidence presented, Collin County grand jury returned a no-bill in that involving Isaiah Bond, meaning no indictment will be issued. This concludes the criminal proceedings in this matter. Isaiah Bond went undrafted. His lone season at Texas last season, caught 34 passes for 540 yards and 5 touchdowns. It's been his first 2 seasons at Bama, 65 grabs for 888 yards and 5 touchdowns. Definitely a guy that, provides a speed element for your team. Don't know if he's the best guy off the field, but like Bob said, the Browns love players who aren't good off the field. So join a long list of Browns players who I would say have a checkered past. I'm trying to find this, Bob. There was a funny tweet that I saw yesterday that kind of laid this one out. I don't think it's going to show up. You know how likes just sometimes don't show up in your Twitter stuff?
Yeah.
Basically, it was like the Browns over some stretch. They've drafted like one Pro Bowl. I want to say it was Pro Bowl or maybe All Pro player, and it was like, and instead they've drafted or acquired 8 players who have had basically like
criminal
history. Criminal history or criminal records or something like that. Classic Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Classic Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I don't get it. Meanwhile, they had like one of the greatest, apparently teammates and citizens possible in Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's gone now, so
got rid of him. Let's go get a problem.
That don't matter. Lastly here, Commanders offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, wants wide receiver Terry McLaurin to end his hold in, start doing on-the-field work at training camp. Kingsbury said, I don't know exactly how much you can get out of that. When asked about McLaurin only participating in team meetings, he said, I think we're kind of at the point to where we need to start getting those guys when they're available out there and gelling to see where we are as an offense. He's been in that contract standoff with the team since they opened camp in late July. Initially didn't report, but eventually arrived to camp after a 4-day hold out and was now just been holding in since then. But his offensive coordinator's getting restless. He said he needs him on the field, needs to get some of that chemistry down, knock some of the offseason rust off with your wide receiver 1 and your QB 1. Cliff Kingsbury clearly wanting to get his guy back out there, but McLaurin said, nope, pay me.
I'm going to be bummed if he's not out there.
Me too.
I want to see Daniels fully
Mm-hmm.
equipped with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Heupel did have a quote you've been talking about, Bob. Says that there's never been a recruit in recent memories made their decision based on school's apparel.
There you go.
They want that moolah. I'll wear whatever. You just pay me the money.
He also said what he wants to see from whoever he names as a starting quarterback. Quote, at the end of the day, that guy has just got to manage the football. That's sideline situations, game clock situations, play clock situations, to which Reed Carringer, who was just on the show, said, and not run the ball out of bounds on the last play of the game. Would have been a good ad.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if, man, if Josh had done that, that would have been like shots fired.
It still feels like there's a quarterback battle. I mean, it does.
I can't help but think that's.
I mean, he's still bringing up all three guys.
He's got us just where he wants us, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I believe he's made up his mind. We all feel.
I mean,
that
in
way.
McIntyre, every time you read about it, he's outplaying them.
George's gonna get.
That's what he wants you to
That
think.
scares me.
Can you picture George McIntyre playing against Georgia? He's gonna get killed.
He's
man.
probably got the best arm in the room, though.
Yeah, but
I mean, Tyler Bray was small. Nico was small. I mean,
he's
don't play
smaller.
football if
He's
you're too small.
He's smaller than both of them. I mean, I know he's tall, but
I mean, I don't know. Just getting worried over here as usual.
He's got you spun up just like he wants to,
Yep,
Brett. You
that's what
don't
I'm
let him
saying.
get to you.
He is just sitting there going, as he's thinking through his head, he's like, let me get Hollander going. Let me say this about the quarterbacks.
Or not say anything at all.
Yeah, exactly.
We got defensive guys out. I mean, we're 2 weeks away. Why are we not on the field? We don't even know who a center is.
Brett, you gotta keep him fresh.
I hope you're right about this, Sam, because I mean, they're saying these guys have been banged up all camp. How are you banged up? You're running air routes.
You're playing football.
You're hitting a pad.
You're playing football.
Oh God.
There's more to these practices than the on-air routes
Just
that we're
be glad I
seeing off
saved this
for
till
VolQuest.
Friday,
for 5
30
minutes
minutes left in the show. Because then I can go simmer all weekend.
It'll all be fine once we get onto a football field, Brett. It's the anticipation.
Then we're limping off.
2 weeks before that's killing us. We got to stay strong.
Watch that Syracuse number go down more and more.
Yeah, next thing you know, how do you think Brett will feel if, like, come 10 days from now, it's game week and the Vols are like 9.5 point
I'm surprised it
favorites?
wasn't there to start. Like
Yeah.
14 is massive. They're reading the same thing we are. It's just crazy. Maybe Syracuse is just that god awful.
I'm just trying to imagine watching a game with you.
You don't want to.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I would.
Ugh, a lot of pacing in that house. Sharp objects, anything. It's like a soundproof.
We need to
room.
buy Brett a straight jacket for this year, I think.
I had a friend who he's still a friend who enormous Purdue fan. We went to high school together, and he literally, for Purdue basketball games, a lot of times he would go out for a jog during the game, so he couldn't.
Would he like listen to like the radio or
Nope.
anything? He just wouldn't watch the game?
He wouldn't watch it sometimes.
What a psycho.
I know. And then sometimes he would be like, something would happen. He'd be like in his den. He was telling me the story, like something would happen in Purdue and they would, they'd blow something and, he'd throw something and his wife would come in and go, what's going on? And before she could even get out, he'd be like, get out. He would just get out.
Not the time.
Yeah.
Not
He
the
doesn't have
time.
to do it much anymore, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he does it for basketball. I don't know.
That's what I was. No, that's what.
Oh, it was basketball games. Oh,
Yeah.
got you. I was like, man, if he's doing this for football.
No, for football.
Haven't done it since Breeze was around.
Yeah. I mean, when Purdue almost beat Illinois last season,
Oh, I bet.
I was like, it ain't happening. I was sitting there watching it. I was like, it was great. It was like a high scoring game. I was convinced. I was like, they're not winning. They're just not. That's what you've come to accept. So, like I said,
Still
Vol
on
fans,
us, I guess.
could be a lot worse. I promise you. Anything else, Sammy?
That's about it for me.
All right, good batch of headlines. Let's take a time out, and when we return, it's time to do a little in or out. Play the game. Jake Jenkins calling together some topics, some content for you. We'll do all of that when we return. Stick around. It's under review on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
Citizens National Bank.
There are always memories to be made with family and friends, and we want you to share your memories with us. Share your best photos depicting your memorable experiences throughout the year, and your photo could be chosen to be in our 2019 Memories Calendar. Simply upload your photo to CMB's Facebook page's photo contest application or deliver it to any branch.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Visit cmbtn.com for official contest rules.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the hell is going on? You know you're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Gotcha, Mike. It's Nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit menspronknoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Welcome back. A few more chat notes from listeners on YouTube, Fan Run TV. Like and subscribe. Listener Shane says, I'm one of the very few that like the orange pants and the orange helmet. You can't let the past dictate the present. You can flip a coin 10 times, get heads. It has nothing to do with the next flip. So he's saying orange helmet for him. And he said, that's the way I always try to look at each season and each game, and it's hard to do, I know. Got to break the chain somehow, right?
Yeah.
Let's wear that orange helmet at home. Let's do it on that ETSU game. Do it that way. Game that you know you're just going to pound the opponent into submission.
I can get down with that. That's fine with me.
Got to get right with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand it. Oh, well. Time to play a little in or out. Intern Jake always does a nice job putting some things together that aren't necessarily too sports-centric, because Jake is admittedly a sports hater. Yeah, he's not a sports hater, but he just doesn't follow sports that much. But I do have a question for you, Jake.
Yes.
I know we were talking about it, but it's an in or out for you. The new TV series, Alien Earth. Are you in or out?
I'm in. I'm probably going to start it tonight. I love anything Alien. Ridley Scott, great director. Love the first movie. I'm excited. My dad was telling me you watched it. He loves it. Bob, you love it. So I have high hopes.
Some of the other, you guys doesn't sound like you're going to watch it because you think we're weirdos, but
yeah, that's not really my wheelhouse.
There was one of the species besides for those who have seen Alien, the big old alien, he's around. Of
Xenomorph.
Course. Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a fan of the orange helmets, but they've got one little guy who is basically a big eyeball, and it is mean as blank.
Eyeball.
It is an enormous. I can't even explain it. It freaked me out when I saw it.
I don't know anything about like the plot. Like I didn't know until you told me there's like different species, which that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's yeah. You got to really pay attention at the beginning on how they set it up too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because there's like body transformations happening where they're taking someone who was dying and they take everything about them and transform them into a synthetic being. And God, I sound like a nerd. This is bad.
Yeah, the more you explain this to me, the more I'm.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm watching this.
Sam's looking at me going, "Aren't you older than us, man? And you're all wrapped up in this." It's kind of true.
But no, I'll be starting that tonight.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Reed Carringer just he posted the quote from, he must have just seen it on Any Given Saturday from Josh Heupel. I can't say it live, but Josh getting raw in the locker room. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. See that before the season starts. That'll fire you up.
There we go.
Promise
there we
it. All right, let's get to it. Some in or out. Jake, take it away.
All right. So was up at Dollywood. Kind of gave me some ideas for this. We got some fair food. That's the topic today. Kicking us off, we have pork rinds. Are we in or out?
Okay. I am in with a qualifier. If you get the nice, airy, puffy pork rinds, those are kind of tough to beat. And particularly if you're on a track where it's kind of like low carb and stuff and you need something that's crunchy, like a chip or something, they're pretty good. But have you ever had those pork rinds, Sam, that are like, they're hard, basically?
Yeah.
That's the part. It's got to be a perfect delivery for me.
Yeah.
But I'd say by and large, I'm in.
I'd like to think that I'm in. I think I'm out, though. I'm never going to go seek them out. Like I'm never going to get to a gas station or a grocery store and be like, oh, look at those pork rinds. I'm going to go buy those. I'll eat them if someone gives them to me. They're most of the time pretty delicious, but I think I'm out.
Do we think Cody McClure would be in or out on? I think he's way in on pork rinds.
Why would you say that?
Well, because he likes to do, he and I have exchanged stories. He likes a certain barbecue establishment around town. And
do they do pork rinds over there?
No, but he likes to go all, like heavy up on the meat, not much carbs.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's the only time I'm interested in the pork rinds is like, I might be in a moment where I'm like, I got to trim a few pounds. I got to kind of stop. I got to knock off the starches. But I need something that's snacky, like a chip. And these, and they've got some flavors now, man.
Yeah.
Like chili lime. They got little, sweet and spicy.
I do like some of the flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is bite into one of those that's like rock hard. And it's like, ugh, gross. Brett, what about you?
Oh, I'm definitely in. These are delicious. They're cheap. You can get them good. And like I said, like you mentioned, the flavors, the spicy ones are delicious. I can't get enough of those. So yeah, we should have a pork rinds taste test.
That's a good idea.
That is a pretty solid idea there, Brett.
I like that. Jake, what about you?
Oh, I'm out.
I'm out.
So I've never had one, but I just can't. It's disgusts me. Not a fan. Like, what if a hair gets in there? No.
You've never tried them?
Never had them, and I
think we might have to do the pork rinds taste test and let Jake have his first one ever.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh God. No.
Yeah. I mean, if we do this, you gotta be in at least for the taste test.
I'll try one, but it's just the thought
Change
behind
your life,
it.
Jake. You never know.
It would gross me out.
What about when you say a hair might get into it? What do you think?
I don't know. I just you never know. Like if a pig hair could get into it or what, man. I don't know how it works. It just grosses me out.
I mean,
it's weird how they can make them airy like that.
You do have to eliminate the fact. I mean, it's basically pig skin, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. So
fried.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of these flavors that I'm just looking at are crazy.
They probably
blackberry
have some of the
habanero.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We have at where I work, we have a barbecue and a tahine one.
Oh, tahine?
Tahine would be fantastic.
You guys ever have tahine sprinkled on some watermelon?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got dill pickle.
Are you out on dill pickle, Sam, after your last couple
No,
of days?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was just
bad night.
That was just me eating too much of it.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife turned me on to the tahine on watermelon thing. That is a fantastic combination.
I was always just like a salt on watermelon guy growing up.
Yeah. Yeah. The tahine's no joke.
Tahine's good though. Yeah.
All right, Jake.
All right, next up we have kettle corn. Are we in or out?
Oh, seriously? I could eat a vat of it probably,
Yeah.
and not stop.
Yeah.
I love kettle corn. It's renewed my interest in popcorn, I would say.
Any variation of popcorn's incredible. Regular popcorn's good enough. Kettle corn, fantastic. Nothing better than like watching someone make it too in front of you. You know, they got the big kettle in front of them and they're swirling it all around and throwing the sugar and stuff in there. Fantastic operation, fantastic product. Give me more.
Yeah, Dollywood, did you have some kettle corn there? Because I'm thinking that would be like kind of fresh made kettle corn.
Yeah, my dad made sure to bring him home some, and yeah, it's good stuff.
Because the thing I love about kettle corn too is it's kind of in between. I used to, when I grew up, I loved, and I still will eat it, but I loved caramel corn, and there was a department store we used to go to, Woolworths, that doesn't exist anymore, up in Indianapolis, and they would come out like warm. Oh my God. It was amazing. But kettle corn, you get a little of that. It's not caramely, but you get that sweet and salty together. It's amazing. Love it. Brett, what about you?
Yeah, definitely in on kettle corn for sure. No doubt.
Yep, I'm in as well. Nothing wrong with that.
You don't worry about any hairs getting into your kettle corn? Because, somebody's got to scoop it out if they're not wearing a proper hairnet.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right if a hair gets in my kettle corn. It's not my fried pigskin. Next up, we have corn dogs. In or out?
I'm in. I've had some bad ones though, but boy, you get a good corn dog. By the way, okay, so I went with my wife back in July. We went up to Indianapolis for an Indiana Fever game, which we talked about. And I went, and they had some sort of crusted corn dog thing, and I got it.
Crusted with what?
Like tortilla chips and other stuff. It was still like the cornbread thing, and then they rolled it probably in this stuff. I was like, that sounds pretty interesting, and I got it. And first of all, it was a chore to eat it because it was enormous, and you couldn't just put it you almost had to eat it like a corn on the cob. You had to. It was a lot of work. So that took me back to, I just like a big old school corn dog. So yeah, I'd say by and large I'm in.
Love me a corn dog. I feel like it's gotten underrated at this point. Just a real simple, easy meal kind of thing. Classic. Very, very practical. It's got to stick there for you. Don't have to get your hands messy. Dippability into sauces and stuff like that. Corn dogs are fantastic. I want a corn dog right now.
Easy on the run thing.
Yeah.
Grab one.
Yeah.
Cheap.
You can eat it driving if you need
to. Yeah. Brett, what about you?
Yeah, I like corn dogs better than hot dogs personally.
I do too, I think.
So it's just everything you guys said. I memean, what's not to like about them? You can dip them in any of the sauces, and it's just not as messy for one. So yeah, eat them on the go. I think I didn't even think about that, Sam. And they got mini ones. They got mini
I was
little
just going to
corn
bring up
dogs.
minis. I'm all about minis too. Yeah,
Plays every time.
Because you can prep those at home, get them in, throw them into the air fryer, pop them out, dip away. Jake, what about you?
Oh yeah, I'm all in. I think I also agree. I think I like corn dogs more than hot dogs. But yeah, can't go wrong with them. Had one at Dollywood. The ones at Dollywood are mad. I mean, it was probably like a foot long.
I had one at the Indy 500. Now that I'm thinking about it, and it was like a proper corn dog. It was huge and it was delicious because I think what they did, they actually deep fried the thing. You know what I mean? Some places don't do that. They actually battered it, deep fried it, came out as kind of crisp. It was fantastic.
Have you seen the Korean corn dogs?
Yes.
It's like cheese and they have like potatoes on them.
They're popular in London.
Oh yeah.
England, yeah.
See, that's a bridge too far for me.
Okay.
I just want a basic corn dog.
All right. Next up, we got funnel cakes. In or out?
I'm going to tell you I'm out.
Wow.
No, they're good. The collateral damage of eating one, though, man.
It's messy. It's a chore.
Yeah, the powdered sugar flying everywhere. And it's like I'm kind of a neat freak at this stage of my life. I don't want all that crap all over me. But no, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Up in where my wife's from, up in the Northeast, they just call them, what did you call it, Sam? Or Jake?
Funnel cakes?
Funnel cakes. Up there, they just call them fried dough. That's literally what they call them at the booth and everything else. And then in the Midwest,
it makes me feel way worse about myself going to eat one.
And then in the
let's go eat some fried
Midwest,
dough.
they have a variation of it. It's basically a funnel cake. They call it an elephant ear. You ever heard that?
I have heard that before.
Yeah.
Never just heard fried dough.
Fried dough. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Let's get a little more creative, I feel like.
I agree. It's kind of weird, but I hate to say it. I think I'm out just because of like I said, the collateral damage.
Yeah.
You get in the blast radius of that thing and you're in trouble.
Funnel cakes are on the short list of a few food items that are just absolutely worth, just getting a mess with, and like a good sandwich.
A sandwich?
You got stuff falling all out of the sandwich and everything like that, like at like a real deli type of thing. That's on the list. Like Italian beef, if you've had that, where it's like dipped in
you're just
sauce
saying stuff
and
that makes a
everything
mess
like
you
that.
don't care about.
Yeah,
I got you.
Exactly.
I was
Funnel
thinking you
cake
said
falls
making
into
a sandwich with the funnel cake.
Funnel cake falls into the family of foods that make a mess that I don't care about. Give me all the powdered sugar all over my shirt. I don't care. They're so good.
Would good wings fall into that category?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like something's wrong. It's not a mess with some of this stuff.
No, wings. I accept I accept the responsibility there.
I hate the mess with wings worse than I do with the funnel cake.
Yeah.
I don't mind a little powder, things like that. I can deal with that.
Easy,
so
right?
I'm in on the funnel cakes for sure.
DEA rolling in right now. Where's Mr. Hollander?
Yeah, get it up on
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of in as well. I'm kind of in the same boat with Bob. It's just they're always super hot. It's hard to eat it with your hands when they come out. Then by the time they cool down, they're not really that good anymore. There's never I feel like a good time to enjoy. I mean, they're good, but with the powdered sugar and they're always hot. I don't know. I can enjoy one though. All right. Last but not least, we have deep fried Oreos.
I can honestly say I've never had one. I've never had one, but I'd probably say not for any other reason that just hasn't happened. I'd probably be in because I absolutely love Oreos. So are they deep fried like they bread them or something? I guess they have to, right?
And then I think most of the time they put powdered sugar on top of it.
Oh, God, yeah. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Plus an Oreo, you might be able to, my aversion right now to powdered sugar flying all over the place. You probably just pop it in your mouth.
They're fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you feel like an absolute slob eating them. Who cares? I mean, they're. You talk about fair food. That's one of them. That's just that's an American classic right there. Look at the fried Oreo and feel proud that you're living in the U.S. of A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've had one either. I'm with Bob on this. I don't think I've had any interest really.
But would you be willing to
maybe.
try it?
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's not.
You guys should try one.
Not my go-to for sure.
Shouldn't make. Let's just make some here.
Yeah, bring in a fryer, grease all over the place. How do you think that would fly with station management here?
For the right fried Oreo, it might be worth the cost.
Yeah,
it might be worth the cost.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had one, but I'm in all the way.
Yeah, I think I've had one in my life, but damn, it was good.
Okay, let's take it a step further. Anybody ever had a fried Twinkie?
Nope.
No.
I don't like Twinkies, so
yeah, that'd be a hard one for me to really adapt to, I think. What about fried corn on the cob? Anybody?
Nope.
No.
I've had that, and I think it's highly overrated. I was not impressed. It's a lot of work, and it's like, man, you get a good ear of corn. You don't need anything else on that. Just butter it up, pepper it up.
Doesn't the Texas State Fair, don't they do fried butter?
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Never had it, and I don't think I will.
Fried mac and cheese. I've seen those.
That could be good.
Yeah, I've tried that. It's okay. I don't need to have it. No.
The Iowa State Fair version involves a stick inserted into a butter slab, coated in cinnamon and honey batter, deep fried, and then glazed.
That's so bad, man. And we wonder why we have a problem in this country. Other countries look at us and go, what the hell is the problem in the United States? A stick of butter. I love butter, but I can't just sit there and eat.
I'd be ashamed to order that and walk around with it at a fair.
That's right. I think I would be too. What are you eating up? Fried butter.
Yeah.
Would you try it? Like if it was on, like if a fair did like a flight of their fried foods, you get like a fried Oreo, you get fried whatever, fried corn, all the stuff you're talking about, but then it's like just one little piece of fried butter. I think you're trying it.
One little piece.
It intrigues me a little bit.
One little piece. I'd do that. You know what I did when I was a kid, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say I did this, but it was not unusual for me to grab a spoon and scoop it into the sugar jar and just
go a spoon of sugar.
Down a big tablespoonful of sugar. Always had a sweet tooth, but that was sicko stuff.
That's
there.
at the top of the list, I think, there, Bob.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. And then my mom would have the sugar cubes that you put in.
I have done those. I have done that a lot before.
I popped a few sugar cubes too.
I never got into just like hey, let's get a spoonful of sugar, but I would devour a sugar cube if it was presented to me. Church sugar cube.
Yeah, all
day long.
all things equal, I probably did the sugar cubes more than the spoonful of sugar, but I did it a few times. I'm a little kid, by the way. Stupid. Made no sense. But all right, Jake, that's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. We're I don't know, once we get into football season, I don't know, you're gonna have to think of
tailgate foods in or out. Yeah,
stadium foods.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe
I'll have to write that down.
We can workshop it.
Stadium songs.
You can workshop it.
We'll figure it out. Good work. All right, let's hit our final break. We'll wrap things up. Got some best and worst of the week to talk about, and what's on tap tonight. Got a little bit of NFL preseason, just a taste, just enough to keep us going. We'll talk about it all as we wrap this week up. Be right back. It's Under Review on Fan Run Radio.
You're listening to Fan Run Radio, the sports humans.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that.
Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Welcome back as we wrap up the show today. Listener Shane on Fan Run TV writes in, he understands fried Twinkies are good, but that is a once or twice a year thing. Couldn't handle them all the time. I couldn't handle them at all. Shout out for even giving that a whirl.
It is nice having a few of those, just like, hey, it's 1 or 2 times a year you have it, and that's about it.
Yeah.
My family does like for our family Christmas party, boiled custard. You ever had that? It's like an eggnog variation, kind of. It is fantastic. Just tastes like melted vanilla ice cream, basically.
Well, that's what I was going to ask too, is we didn't talk about fried ice cream. I've never quite understood that. I've tried it a time or two, and it's
fried ice cream.
Yeah.
I had no idea that
Pardon
existed.
me?
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
How do you do that?
They put some sort of shell on it, and it's almost like they flash fry it, and the shell must protect it from going into a heavy melt mode.
Okay.
It's kind of good, but again, to me, these are things that feel like a lot of work, you know?
I think I would be in on fried ice cream after seeing that description and looking at a picture.
And there's a certain establishment, I'll share the name afterwards, that does they do Laotian food, and they one of their appetizers, and I gotta say it's actually pretty phenomenal, is fried chicken skins. And it is really good. Now Jake,
It's an animal skin.
Yeah, Jake probably
What if
wouldn't
I
be
get a
able to-
feather?
But you eat fried chicken, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Got to admit. Now, and another one of those where it's like I'm not going every time. Going get me the fried chicken skins, but I tried them. I was like, damn, pretty good. Got to admit. All right, time for some best and worst of the week, real quick. Best of the week, I got to go. Soccer fans rejoice. Lady Vols Soccer knocks off the #1 team in the country last night in the season opener. That's a hell of a way to start off the next sports season in total for Tennessee athletics. Everything school going out there and making a statement.
Hell yeah.
My worst of the week is ex-Denver Nuggets mascot, Drake Solomon, a.k.a. Rocky. He is suing the Nuggets for wrongful termination and discrimination.
No.
After being fired after having to undergo hip surgery. I guess he's contending he had to do it by being the mascot. He's one of those guys that's on a trampoline and doing all this other stuff. But all I could picture was him in his mascot garb going to court.
Yeah.
Walking in there in the courtroom and, do you have something to say? And he's just like,
Your Honor, it was the 18-foot trampoline that we had to work on. Yeah.
I'd say he might not even talk. He might just write stuff down because
he has an interpreter there for him.
Yeah, the mystery. If you're Rocky, you got to be in your mascot mask.
Yeah.
That's my worst of the week.
I had a pretty simple one. My best is just football's so close, man. Tennessee football doing a great job as always with their social media team and just some of the pictures on social media that are getting put out there for just how beautiful Neyland Stadium's looking right now. It's it's getting those butterflies in the stomach again. You're starting to feel like it's officially football season. And my worst of the week, just the numbers coming out on the Taylor Swift New Heights debut. Just a cult following that we've got here. We've got so many people that need to reevaluate parts of their lives and care less about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship. Just let them be. We don't need 379 million people on Instagram viewing this thing. It's ridiculous.
I would agree.
Real quick, shout out to the golfer from the Vols. He's in the quarterfinals of the US Amateur.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They play, I think, today. But he's playing a guy that's like a Division III golfer. He's like, didn't make his high school team, but he's here 2 matches away. So shout out to him. Again, just goes back to Vols are everywhere. And
absolutely.
John Daly's son's still in it as well.
He is. Yeah.
Cool.
Shout out Jackson Harrington. That's
Jackson Harrington. Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
All right, boys. Another good show. Sam, great work by you. Thanks. Have a good weekend. Same to you, Brett. Same to you, Jake. And you, the listener. We'll be back here next week. We're going to be doing 2-a-days, talking SEC football. Can't wait to do that. In the meantime, keep it locked in on Fan Run Radio. The Chase with Chase Thomas is next, followed by The Drive at 3 o'clock with Russell Smith, and then Overtime with William Pattison at 6. We will be here on Monday. Hope you all have a great weekend. Take good care.